All right. Let's get this going. Get these tap shares, likes, all that good stuff real quick. Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Get them taps and shares in. Hold up, give me 1 second. You gonna get this thing going. See how this go tonight. That Queenie Queen in the building. Looking at the screen now. Queenie Queen is in the building. She's her queen. Looking at something. All right, let's see. Oh, I got this. I wonder if I should try this milk. Sheesh. I download this live from yesterday. Download that live from yesterday. I don't have time for a headache today. That's a fact. Me and you got an agreement today. Me and you got an agreement today. My number 2 headache that's on this app speaking them facts. You might be number 1. I haven't seen the other guy yet. That I used to have a headache over. My number used to be my number 1 headache. Let me see. That dude was so bad that he used to come on my post just to give me a headache. I'm like, bro. On time I heard him speak or support my stuff was a headache. Yeah, that dude used to be bad. The dude, I don't know if y'all remember 3 Swords. That nigga, he was like my number 1 headache. Man, me and him was opposition so bad. Boy. He was like more team express yourself. I was more like team control yourself. You know how that probably went. Take care of things, multitask a little bit today. Multitask. Multitask. Mm-hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Mm, mm, mhm, mm, 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 mm. See what this junk tastes like. I ain't never tried this combination before, but what we gonna see today? Got lemon cookies, and we gonna try it with some almond milk. Interesting. Let's see what this talking about. I gotta go actually go down there and get the milk first. Gotta go get the milk. Get the milk. Gotta get the milk. So this one of the questions, the one on top, I came with that question because I listened to this one interview that Charleston White had. He had some points though. He basically was saying like that somebody asked him, "Are you proud to be black?" He said no, and then he explained that um, what is it to be proud of, especially today? He said, only thing we have known as or is, you know, unaliving our rap music and all this other stuff or whatever. And he said, what is it to be proud of? He said, one thing to be proud of maybe will be um sports. But he said, even with that, that's still under another YT man, and we playing for them. So he's like, yeah, he said it's nothing to be well for him. He's like, what is it to be proud of? We can't be proud of being black at the moment. So that's where that came from, though. So that's where it's coming from. So I'm kind of asking everybody else singly, like, what are their versions of what are they, of being proud to be whatever race or your color that you choose, whatever. What are you proud of? That's what I'm getting to with that. My boy K in the building. What's the deal? Let me see. Trying to look for this.
You should sleep.
You said what? Your junk
I
glitching?
was like,
Is that me? It might be me.
hold on.
I heard something about me being asleep. I did pass out.
Yeah, man, you fell asleep on us. I was like, gotta hold it down.
I was on and off. I was
Couple of
multitasking.
crazies.
I said some crazies came in.
Man.
Ah, man.
Yeah, I kept it cool. I let them know because I'm like, one thing we gonna do is we gonna talk and we gonna have a constructive conversation. I mean, a constructive conversation. My bad. I'm just now like kind of getting myself together. I had
Oh,
a
I feel you.
hell of a session early, so I'm still feeling the effects of that. But yeah, man, it was like I was trying to speak. Woman kept on it. So I'm like, come on now, respectfully. The man gave you respect, let you speak, let you land your plane,
Why I
spoke
feel like
after
you
you,
talk
give him the
about
same courtesy.
Kim? I think her name was Kim or something like
Oh,
that.
she was part of the problem.
Oh, okay.
She
I was
was
about
part
to
of it.
say she kept doing it. That's why I kind of let everybody rock. I was like, man, she even cut me off sometimes. I'm like, dang, what the heck? But yeah, somebody else now that's worse than her. That's crazy work.
Absolutely. I'm like, for those that don't know Kim, they're not gonna know like they're not gonna really, you know what I'm saying, grasp how she operate. We know.
Yeah.
But anybody else would look at it like, nah. But the other one that was out, I think her name was like Keisha, some shit like that. Man, she was pissing me off.
Oh wow.
She was pissing me off. That shit. I was like, bro. But Chrissy, oh, she is fucking hilarious.
Chrissy out there was being bad, man.
Yo, she had me rolling all night. I swear, bro, we had a ball. Right. Don't fall
Mm-hmm.
asleep on us, then
Hey,
come
I
back
be
like
doing
next
that though,
session.
cause I be doing that just to let y'all rock. Cause I be like, whatever. I ain't about to shut the light. I'm gonna let them rock it out, cause I know they can handle it.
Oh, yeah, we got it's a whole new list for the topic you had yesterday, man. We might have to run that one back one more again, because boy,
I
listen, we
said
was
that.
in.
I said that. I said that list can last for a minute though, like because there's so many stuff that people use on there.
That's a fact.
Oh, I meant to pick another box. That's wifey box. Hold on. I can't pick that box.
Uh-oh.
How you pick another box?
Just go back and click
Oh,
it,
that's
Well,
when you
who?
like drop
Let
down
me
and
see.
just press one random one. I don't know. I don't know.
and don't say nothing
Oh,
about my eating. I know somebody about to say something.
You was eating? I ain't even even know you.
Well,
You
is
know, I
this
thought you.
it's a
I
secret
was
now?
thinking.
I guess I
I'm
told
just
her
thinking.
myself. I felt like she was about to say something.
I was. He know I
I knew
was.
it. I thought I heard something about it. It was revving up and then she stopped.
I was gonna say he over there. What is you eating, smacking? I did good though, Kev. I was behaved. I didn't get rude. Well, I'm never rude, but I did good.
I appreciate you, man. I trust my moms. They know how this stuff works. Especially it's over here.
Yeah, after everybody got tired, I just dropped everybody because I just dropped everybody, and I was like, when Kev wake up, he'll hang it up. Not you smacking like that on camera. Are we
Queen
supposed to be
Queen been
answering the
hearing about
questions,
this for
or we have to
years. I don't
wait?
know why she acting brand new. You said what?
Are we supposed to be answering the questions, or we have to wait?
It's up to you. We can go ahead and rock it out.
Oh. Race issues, what come to mind? I don't like this topic. Why are you proud to be black today? Well, we're begging that white teeth. If you were born different race, should you get? Mm, did Mr. F your feelings answer the questions? Cause these is I don't really care for like all of that. Like, oh, represent your black hair. I don't even like being told I'm pretty for a black girl. That irritates me. Like, I cannot stand that. Why can't I just be pretty? Why do you have to add you're pretty for a black girl? I just don't get it. Or I like how thick your hair is, and for a black
Your
girl,
pretty
like
black hair.
yeah, like why can't my hair just be pretty? It just irks me. Like, oh, you can't be black. Your eyes are slanted. What the fuck? Why can't I just have slanted, pretty eyes? Just it's the. I'm telling y'all, I be hearing the most weirdest. They ask me about my cheekbones. They ask me about my eyes. Of course, my hair, and it's just the weirdest thing to me. And I'm like, we all don't look alike. So why can't we all just have different features? Why he make, why he put that face up? I'm telling you, they weird. I'm trying to tell you. I just don't like. Honestly, Kev, I don't like any of it, and I do think subconsciously our culture is trying to get the approval of YT people. They're trying to prove that they fit in. I don't care. If you think I don't fit in with your culture, I do not care.
That's a fact.
Like I'm my own person. So I don't get that in New Jersey. Well, I get it because everybody think we all look alike. Like, so I don't have big lips. I don't have a wide. They think we all supposed to have like, I don't know, because some of the black people I know they have slanted eyes and, but they think we're all supposed to have these big lips and wide noses and round eyes. It's like, no, I don't. I'm still black though, so it's just weird.
It's not weird. The problem with life is you got to fail to realize one thing about life. We all have to live out here in this world together, right? No matter what it is, or no matter what we go through, or no matter what someone think about you, or no matter what someone has to say about you. Everybody know, but not everybody know, but you know deep down inside who you are, where you came from, what made you who you are today. So we can't keep looking on the past or can't keep looking upon the negativity about our lives. We got to move on because
I
if
have
we
no idea
don't,
what you're talking about.
yeah, but I'm talking about you because
What you talk? I didn't
you
say
want to
nothing
keep you because the thing about it is y'all always want to worry about what other people say. Who cares about what other people say?
because I'm answering the prompt.
Yeah, but it don't matter. Who cares about what other people say? The problem with life is this right here. Think about
Hey,
this right
hey,
here, right?
look,
Wait, hold
join.
on. You
Hey,
making
hold on. Let me see
assumptions,
No,
something. Let me
no,
hold on real quick.
no,
Give me 1 second, y'all. Though. So let me see.
no,
First,
no.
first this right. I do agree with what Join said to a certain extent, even though I believe y'all talking about two different things. But first off, how are you, brother? Hi.
Me, I'm good. I'm very
Yeah,
good.
I thought
But
people at least do that
the
before they
point,
come
but
up, before they just join.
the thing about life is you have to be more positive than negative. That's
But
the point
I
y'all
think
don't fail
everybody
to
in this panel
realize.
agree with you on that, though. I don't think none of us like that,
Oh
It's
no,
not
especially
that.
on this
yeah.
It's
live.
not. It's not that. The thing about this is, here's the thing about life, what y'all don't understand, right?
Hey,
All
join,
right,
join, join, join. Slow it down, my brother. Is you hearing anything somebody saying?
I can care less what anybody has to say for real.
Well, that's
So
well,
what?
that's
So
not.
what's the okay? What's the point of you saying what you saying and
Because I'm
nobody in
about
here
to tell
think
you,
like
if you
anybody?
would if you would
No,
listen and let me tell
dang,
you, I'm
what
gonna
the
tell
heck is
you.
going on? We just left a live with. I thought man was emotional. What the heck going on? My thing is, I
So
don't know. I don't know if you in here trying to push an agenda or something, but I don't think nobody in here talking about that.
Let me break it down to
yeah,
you.
I said
Let me
simply
break.
that
Can I
we.
break it down to you? Can I
Hold on,
break
I
it down
got
to
you.
you?
I got a way that we can break it down. Hold up, yeah, I got you right now. Yeah, y'all can go. Y'all can finish up, man.
well, I was just because I'm like, I'm answering the prompt. Like I'm not. There's no
You
emotions
ain't
coming
gotta
from
explain
it.
yourself. What the heck?
Yeah, I was.
The dude came out here with his own agenda, and he was in my baby spot anyway. So whatever.
Oh, well, I
Oh,
was
you
just
good.
What's
about to
up?
say that spot is
And she
unabated.
here.
What you say,
Yeah,
Mister?
I'm.
What? We need a new name. I don't like that. Let me see if I can find your name on your page.
There she go.
What's up,
Oh, it's K
babe?
Slay. My
Hey,
bad. It's K
babe.
Slay. My bad.
Sorry, it's loud where I am.
Oh, it's cool. It's all right. Yeah. I'm like, what the heck? He just started talking to himself now from this point. I
You
don't know
was
what
trying to
was going
slow
on.
him down, but it wasn't working out.
Hey, he acting like I guess he used to debates or something like that. I'm like, in this room, I said we agree with what you're saying. What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the
Join.
day,
I don't care that much to look you up. You not that important. I don't know what's going on. Like,
no, I
I don't.
wasn't talking. No, I was talking about Mister F. Your feelings. I don't like calling. I wanted to see if he. Hold on, you know what? Never mind. Hell no. I'm not finna.
Yeah.
I think Mister F. Your feelings knew I was talking to him because I was like, wait, I don't like calling you that, so I'm gonna look on your page to see if you have a name on there.
He got
Mm-mm.
everybody
It's K Slay.
told with
My
that
bad,
one.
y'all. I'm trying to get my damn emails for the week
Hey,
and stuff. Get
babe.
all my schedule
He said
together.
you
That's
need to
all.
find a better
Okay.
subject to talk about. What? So what made you? Why you so interested in this room, Join? I don't get it. It's like,
So you want to
why?
know
How
what I
you gonna
want to?
tell me what to talk about?
Yeah,
What the
this
heck?
is it. That's like coming to somebody's house telling them how to redecorate their house or what to talk about in their home.
Hey,
This
that's
his
up to you. Y'all
this
want
is
to
channel.
entertain this?
Hey,
So
look.
here's the thing. This is
Hey,
what I
look.
don't like
Hold on,
about.
hold on,
I'll,
Oh,
hold on a
sorry.
I'll
Go
I'll
second,
let
ahead.
him
Chrissy.
back up if y'all want to entertain this.
Hold on a second, Chrissy. I gotta say what's up to my guy Kev and
What
Rachel.
up,
You know
man?
what I'm saying? If I'm not breaking up a conversation, I'm not doing my job.
There you
Okay?
go.
Now
Right.
go
He said
ahead,
I'm doing the
Chrissy.
opposite now. I'm cutting off today. I'll see if you let's see if you can cut this guy off. Y'all want to let him up?
Yeah, what y'all talking about today?
Uh,
Why are black people proud
Mm.
to be black today? Why are you proud to be black for today?
All right, I'm feeling toxic now. Let's go.
Rachel, get here.
Hey, but
Y'all
look,
asked for it.
long story. Hey,
Ah,
long.
he don't even say
I
nothing.
didn't
He
even
went
know
right
that
back
was
to
That's not
Chrissy.
even the point. Long story short, I'm gonna break it down to you, bro. And it's the God the truth. Think about this right here. Do you see other people in foreign countries talking about this? What do you see them doing? You see them dancing, laughing, having fun,
Yeehaw.
not expressing anything about racism, about white people, about black people,
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Mexicans,
yeah, but
about
hold on a
Chinese,
second,
about
join.
anything. That's what
Hold
I'm
on a
trying to get you to
second,
understand,
join.
bro. But you
Join,
don't
join,
understand it.
join. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hey, look, you got to realize, bro, we are American. And what makes us uniquely American is that we're racist. That is an
That's a fucking
American
no.
trait.
You're racist. You are. You are. You are. Not me.
You are
You are.
too.
Sister. Don't bring that on the other people. Don't
well,
bring. Let me tell you, don't even
Well,
bring that
if
for
it
the
ain't
other people, bro.
snowing, I ain't
That's
going.
you. That's because
That
what you
that
want.
is an inherently American trait.
How is it? How is it?
It's just
Tell
what
me.
the country is built off of. It's
No,
what it
you
is.
are built
Yeah,
off of it
look,
because
you look
you
like an
want to
OG.
believe in that.
You look like an OG that has said before, man.
Man,
White tea motherfucker is the reason why my paycheck was 3 days late. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go in
no,
his office and
that's
tear his
your
ass
theory.
up. You
See,
old
y'all
school
have
like
the
that,
wrong
Joe.
theory in life, bro. And
You
guess what?
old
And the
school
sad
like
part
that,
about
Joe.
life is y'all let TikTok ruin y'all fucking lives. Because guess what? You have people in other foreign countries that's laughing,
Says the
dancing,
guy on
singing,
TikTok.
and having fun. What are
right.
y'all doing? Y'all on here talking about some
They're
fucking
Don't worry
actually
about
racism,
it. I'm gonna just sit back and drink my drink like SpongeBob.
So
Well, I
Jordan,
mean, you need to make it make sense in life because you're not making it make any sense.
Jordan, how many countries have you been to, and how long have you lived in each country?
What?
And don't lie, because then I'm gonna ask to see your passport
That's a
stamps.
great question.
He ain't got no
Because
passport.
I just left Thailand, and what you're saying is not true.
Shit, go
Yeah, I
on
just
TikTok
seen
and
that
look at it
video
for
on your
yourself.
page, man, over
Go
there
on
You went
petting
to
TikTok and look for
tigers and
Thailand to
stuff.
yourself.
buy some gas?
Man, she ain't go for nowhere. That's the thing about it. You sit there and believe what people say. Man, y'all are fucking fraud.
I mean,
Y'all are fucking fraud.
we can cam up, and we can show
Man,
stamps.
y'all are
You want
fucking
to do it?
fraud. You fraud. You
What is
fraud.
going on?
We can
Hold
cam
on.
up.
Because
I don't
man,
know,
look, let me tell you
bro.
something.
I don't know.
Hey, if
I
it
ain't
ain't
gonna lie, he
snowing,
sound
I
like
ain't
one of
going.
them
That's
divorced
all I
men
gotta
that
say.
just
If it
taking
ain't
it out on
Man,
snowing,
divorce,
everybody.
bro, I'm married.
He ain't married. That wife
Married to what?
miserable.
I'm married to
Hey,
the
A
game.
dog.
hey,
Bro,
it
stop.
I'm
sound. Hey,
married to
look,
the
Look,
it
okay,
game.
sound like
Stop
He
judging
trying
we
to
people.
trick
we
us.
camming up.
Stop judging people, bro.
We.
Stop.
What?
Stop.
How many
Stop.
countries have
And
you
this
been
is
to,
the problem
Jordan?
with America.
How many countries have you been to? You're trying to sit up here and make an argument, but you can't make an argument if you ain't never been to a country
I
longer
ain't
than
gonna
two
lie.
months.
so
He
you
How
went,
remind
many
you went to,
countries have you been
he
to?
remind me of
so
Charles
you went
Brooks.
to Thailand to buy some
For
gas.
one,
Like,
look at
okay,
TikTok for yourself.
How many countries? See, you just said I ain't been to Thailand.
Bro,
I'm
but do
lying,
you see people?
and they
but you
believe
went to
everything you
Thailand to
see.
buy some hair, lady. So be
But do
quiet.
you see people
Keep
acting like?
going.
We want the passport stamp.
Do you see
I'm
people on
I'm
TikTok?
I'm gonna keep muting you until you answer my question.
Do
I'm a
you see
tourist.
people on
I got
TikTok
all
acting like?
day. I got all day.
I got it all day too.
I swear
So
I
it don't
got
matter.
all
Lady,
day.
so
Ain't
That's
lady,
nothing
you
but
think
fine.
you,
Tuesday to
That's
lady,
fine.
you
Tuesday.
think you
Yeah,
special
yeah.
because you
You
went
can
to
Yeah,
have
I'm
mine
Thailand
telling
to
the
buy
Monday.
truth.
some hair?
Why you over there playing with Unc like
Man, y'all fraud. Y'all fucking fraud, bro.
I'm
Dang,
waiting for
man.
that
I don't get
verification.
what this room did to you, man. What's
The
going
world
on?
ain't doing it's y'all. It's not the world.
Don't blame your issues you got with your wife and put it over here. That don't make sense.
Man, you
Like
gotta
Period.
find a better profession, bro.
you take it
Find a
up
better
with her.
profession, man.
Just because she don't let you talk that much over there, just you take that up with her.
We still waiting for what
You come
country
on
have
here
you
trying
been
to give
Hey
us all
to?
that
man, listen, let me
energy.
tell you something. One day when y'all find out and find out
What country have you been to?
fucking America, what are you talking about?
This dude. So how are you on his live upset about what he's talking about, comparing what they do out of the country to America
Because
here in the
it's
United
common
States?
fucking
It ain't common sense
Sir,
because
it
if
is
you've
not
never been
common
there,
sense.
how is it not common sense?
it's not.
First
Have
thing,
you been out
I've
of the
been to,
country? Go ahead,
That's
Bo.
not even a point of
Go ahead,
hi,
Bo.
sir. First thing, I've been to 5 continents so far, and let me tell you something.
Whoop de fucking
America,
and
do.
do you see
Whoop
and
de
do
do.
I keep saying I
you've been
got
to
all
MJ,
five
day.
continents and do you see the people act like the way y'all act?
I got a
first thing,
trigger finger.
boy, I
America,
hope it don't act like you.
Shit, the way
first
you got
thing,
on
It
your
don't act like you either.
first thing, America is definitely the top one of the
Wait,
top
who
three
said
racist
that? Is that that's his boyfriend or something? What's going on? He keep coming in and helping him.
bro, y'all going to hell. I'm sorry.
America is
in a
probably within the
handbasket,
top
Is that
three
baby?
another
most
dude that's in
racist
that
countries
profile with
I've
that
ever
dude or
been
something?
to.
Because that dude be acting like he on this other dude nuts. I don't know what's going on. He just keep coming out of nowhere
Somebody
saving
trying to
him.
speak the truth to y'all.
Okay, go
Thank
ahead,
you.
Bo. We'll bring him back up because
Seriously, America is one of the most racist countries I've ever been to in my life, and I served in the Navy, and
Ain't snowing,
I
I ain't
love,
going, baby.
I love being an American. You know what I mean? I love my country. I fear my government. That's how I roll. You know what I mean?
You
I'm
feel the
like,
government. What type of shit is that? Like, what the hell?
um, but I have to tell you, we are still segregated. We have the worst segregation in the United States through the countries I've been through. We have the most, besides India, I will say we have the most income inequality that I ever saw in my life. When a separation between the rich and the poor, um, it's basic. The things, and we're constantly bickering. Like it's not even black in my black community. I'm black in my black community. We don't talk about white people, but the white people are constantly talking about the black people. It's crazy. It's like they're not in our brain, but we're in their brain, which is then when we mention it that we're in their brain, they said they got it's we're they're fatigued. Just stop thinking about us. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. You know,
I
like
mean, I don't hear it. Like I said, because I homeschool my kids, I am around a lot of YP people, and they do ask certain questions to better understand. But I personally, I think it's because Oh my God, when I say this, it ain't gonna sound bad only to people who understand what I'm saying. I always tell people certain battles that's going on ain't our battle. Like for example, what's going on in a YT household, I've learned don't happen in our household.
No.
I'm thinking I used to think like, oh, we all have the the men are men, they're the same. No, they husbands is rude, entitled, selfish,
Yeah.
don't help them do nothing, walking at it because y'all we have to understand that this is why you know who doing what he's doing. It is a white tea world, and that for me, I ain't complaining. I don't even want to listen, do you? But when I go into their homes, it's completely different than being in a because I wish my husband would walk his butt in the house and he done got me pregnant with 9 kids and you tell me I don't feel like dealing with this. I'm going to my mom's house. Oh, I'm tearing that house every way but loose. Don't you worry.
Yeah,
I guess we
black
both
people
gonna
do
leave
live
these
in
kids then.
a matriarchy. Yeah, we
There
do
you
live in
go.
a
That's what I'm saying. So it's like
we live in a matriarchy.
that ain't
Uh,
our battle though. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of black people
the highest person
brothers and
with the
sisters.
most power in our family is our grandparents. Grandma
Yes.
is grandma is grandma says something, everybody listens. You know what I mean? And when she dies, auntie, who's the next oldest, is the new matriarch. Uh, Grandpa's job is to make my people safe. I told my wife, my job is safety. Uh, I have to make you feel safe economically, physically,
Hmm.
and spiritually. That's my job as a man. You know what I mean? And that's what I do. I make sure that she feels safe in every aspect of what safety is. But my wife rules the household. You know what I mean? Like I don't. But my life is more comfortable that way. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like I feel like I feel she completes me in that way. You know what I mean? That yeah, she decorated the bathroom. Yeah, she kept decorated everything in this house. What I do, I work. I bring home a check. By the way, she brings home a check too. You know what I mean? But it was still a matriarch. It's I know that if I'm the one, if something fucks up, I'm the one to go. I'm the one to get kicked out. You know, that's how it is. And I agreed to this contract. You know what I mean? But it's a fulfilling contract, so I have no complaints. I love my wife. I love my kids. You know, I do what is necessary to make them feel safe economically, mentally, spiritually, and physical safety. You know, that's the job of a man.
Why do we need a month and a channel? We need to be treated especially because we are different. But that's so I'm not so what I will say is I'm not in denial about the that we had that our people had to fight for us to even be seen or even have a right to walk in restaurants. I'm not in denial about that. Um oh, I was finna snitch on myself. Lord Kev, I was finna snitch on myself. I was finna snitch on myself, y'all. I was somewhere, right? I think it was the South. And I could see the difference in how they were like, why is she here? It didn't bother me. I just noticed, like, oh, snap. There's still some type of, why is she here? And I was the only black person in the
Yeah.
cafe. So I was like, I sat there and I still enjoyed my food. I didn't care, but but I never left Vegas like that until I like went to Thailand, went to Houston, and then I had just left another state. So I was like, oh heck no, they still have that. I would never live here.
Well,
But it didn't bother me
I took my kids on a Disney cruise roughly about 7 years ago,
because that has nothing to do with
and
it. Mm,
we were like one of only five families, black families, on the entire cruise, and I I felt what you felt. Why are they here? Mentality. You know what I mean? Like,
so it's so
and
excuses
my
to make
for my
people.
14-year-old, I had to explain to them. It was the first time I had to explain racism to her.
Yeah, you
You know what
do.
I mean? Because it was like they were playing in the pool and everything, and some of the kids purposely got up and left. You can see it. You can see the cold shoulder because they're not socialized. My kids are socialized. We have white people in our area in Philadelphia. We have white people in there. My kids are friends with a lot of white kids. I grew up around white people, but those white people haven't grown up around black people. You know what I mean? So they get up and they leave. And I'm telling her, like, not everybody has the same socialization as you do. And not
Right.
everybody visualize you as equal or you as someone they want to associate because they have their own issues in their own brain. You can't let them take away your good time. And I'm here to protect you if that happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm proud to be BLK because it makes people uncomfortable. I'm 6'3", 270 pounds. You know, my money spent just like theirs. And I like to walk in their spaces and be like, let me get a T-bone, medium rare, and hurry up with that shit. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
6'3" too, so I feel I got your feel.
No,
Like
but
presence is everything, right? And it's how we accept it. I think it makes me proud to have that ability to move how we want to move, but sometimes I don't feel that pride when we just battle over minuscule topics. Like baby mama this, baby daddy that, and how much child support did y'all get? It just makes us look silly. But
so let me say this though. Now I'm gonna actually show y'all the video where I got this from. Uh, he said I'm 6'7", so what? Nigga, the competition thing, but whatever. But I always wondered like why do we do like Black Jesus and stuff like that? Like, do it matter if Jesus was
That's
black or
so.
any other color though? Like as long as he saved it, that's all that
That
matters.
I
But
was just
but
well,
thinking.
well,
let
I
me.
think that part of it, the Black Jesus side of it, I think like we as a people want to feel like we have some type of culture, right? Everything can't
Yeah,
be.
like culture ain't got nothing to do with your
No,
spirit though.
but it's unfair to show an invisible spirit in one light, right? When you're just showing it in this one light, like how do you even know that that's the light, right? And so it allows you to have some sense of faith when you can say maybe he looks like me, right? It doesn't
Yeah,
really matter, but when everything is directed in one particular area, like, oh, okay, well, God looks like this. You're
and
like, well,
nobody don't
why
know
is
how
God got to
God
be a
look.
white man? Exactly, that's the
I
point.
agree. It shouldn't
Yeah,
matter,
so
but
that's like men and so real quick, y'all. Before we just jump here, y'all, give me like
Yeah,
5K
man,
real
we
quick, cause
got
I don't
like
think nobody was
5,000
tapping.
by now.
Yeah,
We
about
still got
5K.
people in here.
Get some shares going, all that. We about to get on this topic though, but until then, I'm gonna play this video where I kind of got this from, cause it came from, and I know people don't like this guy, Charleston White. So he was explaining like why he's not proud of being black, which and
Mm.
we gonna see though. So real quick, until then.
Really, really quick, Kev. If when y'all tap in the screen, what that actually tells the algorithm is y'all like his video, and it brings more people in. So when people ask y'all to tap the screen, they're not just asking you to waste your time. You're here, you're watching, so at least support.
Mm-hmm. There you go. See, I like Christian. See, all right. Here we go. So there's a video right here. I know I saved it. Right here. Let's get to it. I came to the internet as a frustrated community activist. Then I started getting money off the internet. Oh, not that one. Not that one. Oops. I ask black people all the time. Oh, is it this one? I came to the internet as a frustrated. Man, what the heck? Well, we're gonna play a few of his videos. It was another one. Okay. Okay, there you go. Let's play a few of his videos. Man, I saw in an interview where you said you wasn't proud to be black. But for what black folks have done, niggas, for the last 50 years, we ain't got nothing to be proud of. By the 1920s, homie, we was a vibrant race of people. And we was married with families intact. We come along after the civil rights movement, nigga, and black people have declined. So what is there to be proud of, homie, other than niggas killing niggas in rap music? I'm proud as a man, homie. I'm a proud father, but I ain't no proud black man. Niggas almost shameful to be black. You serious? I'm dead motherfucker serious. See, black people idolize and worship celebrities. Black people don't worship a nigga with a warehouse job that's paying child support every week and his car break down sometime and he ain't got no cyber truck.
Black people don't worship that nigga. They don't clap for no nigga who just got his CDL. They clap for a nigga that's going to the league. So you tell me something. Since 1964, that black people have accomplished that we can be proud of collectively and stand before the world and stick our chests out. The rest of the world is laughing at us for our accomplishments. Man, I saw in an interview where you I came to the internet as a frustrated community activist. Then I started getting money off the internet. Once I started getting money, it's fuck the community. Only people who think about community is broke motherfuckers. Motherfucker with money don't give a damn about fixing the community because a wise man stores up an inheritance for his children's children. Nowhere does it say it's the community. Fuck the community. That's a broke motherfucker's behavior. And I was broke when I was doing that. But don't people look at that as you turning your back on it? I am.
Somebody let that person in.
Because guess what I was doing? Every day I was walking out that door to go help the community. I was turning my back on my children, my nigga, when I wasn't storing up no inheritance. And I was coming back home broke. Spending all that goddamn time and energy and emotions and mental and psychological. I'm giving all that to the community with no return.
No.
Walking back home, nigga. Daddy, can we go get some ice cream? No, Dad ain't got it. Come on, homie. I was turning my back on them. Not only that, I was turning my back on myself, my nigga. So fuck the community, nigga. The community don't care about the community. They waiting for somebody to give them something. I'm the motherfucker got tired of giving them something. They wore me down, my nigga. I came to
We still ain't at dang, we still ain't 5K yet. Okay, I guess I'll play another video then until y'all get.
So how does the black community, how does it improve if the black community can't improve? Go improve in the mirror. Improve your home. You can't even get along with your family cousin. Your mama and her sister don't get along. You and your brother resent your stepdaddy. Your mama resents your daddy. Nigga, go fix them issues. Leave the community alone, nigga. If you go fix that goes 75% of the community problems. Go look in the mirror. That's what I did. Nigga, work ain't outside the home. Work starts in the home with the kids. That's your work. But nigga, we neglect that while we online talking about fix the motherfucking community and we hate our baby mamas. We hate our cousins. We resent our aunties.
Yeah, people might not like Charles the way I do. I'm messing with him.
Actually, I like Charles.
So nigga, don't tell me about fixing no motherfucking community when we got trauma issues we ain't even fixed amongst in ourselves. We got trauma from childhood, nigga. We need to repair that.
All right, we there, y'all. All right, so now y'all got the basis of what are we proud of to be? I thought about that question today. Shoot, y'all could do a quick little open panel on just the video itself or how y'all feel. We could do like a 15-minute open panel.
I will, if you don't mind me starting, or somebody else wants to start.
Anybody, whoever, just get in.
I will give it to the ladies first, if any lady want to start. Okay. I guess that I can do it, and I can start then. First thing, why are we always talking about the black community like they're a monolith, like we're all the same? I'm 53 years old. I was raised by a village. There were several people, and credit to me for my success today, and they were my family. I had aunties, I had cousins who I considered brothers. I had my sisters. I was the baby of the family. I had so many people who reached in to make sure that I would perform at the highest level that I needed to perform. And it was instilled in me to live a life of service. That's why I joined the United States Navy. That's why I became an alderman. That's why I became a middle school teacher. These things were just placed upon me as a responsibility. That's why I moved right back into the neighborhood I grew up in and purchased a house so I can be a man inside this neighborhood to be an answer, not a problem. And take my experiences with me. These things, so I don't see, and by the way, I've been to 32 states through my time period of life in my 53 years. I have seen so many different types of black communities. that you can't say you can't say that the black people are this, because I've seen so many different types of black people, so many different shades of black people, and so many different dialects of black people. We're not all the same.
All right.
I briefly add to his point. Um, I think what it is that he said a valid point, but there's only half of the equation. And what tends to happen in the black community is that we only speak of the negative things. We don't speak of any of the positive things. He said something about wealth. He failed to name any of the predominantly black communities that are actually the wealthiest communities in America, like Fort Washington, like Bowie, like Rosaryville, like Uniondale, like Hillcrest. They're like Mitchellville in Maryland, like Baldwin Hills, like Ladera Heights. Those are predominantly black communities, which are some of the wealthiest communities in America. He did
Definitely.
name like some of the adventures that black people have created in the last 10 to 20 years, like what's the doctor's name? I think it's Dr. Thomas Musa, who contributed to fiber optic technology, which has changed the world. Or there was another black lady, I think her name was Michelle something, and she created a new power source that is used worldwide. So there have been many inventions and great things done in the black community, right? But what happens in the black community, we just name the negative things. We never name the positive things. And if he took the time to actually do his research, he would find black people have contributed a lot of amazing things in the last 20 years and even the last 10 years. But he's not going to name that. He's going to name the negative things. He doesn't. We don't speak about the positive things in the black community.
Oh, all right. Anybody else with the open panel? Or y'all ready to just get to the topic then? Y'all.
Hey, listen, I agree with him. I agree with Charleston White. Fuck niggas powerful. We went from being dominant and having everything to now we fighting over shit that don't even matter or have any bearing to our life.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You fell right into the plans of what they wanted. So like,
Listen,
yeah, what do we have to be proud
Would
of?
not be
We don't have to be in here.
Would
Mm.
not be part of the problem that we don't know anything when there's things actually out there that we do have to be proud of? Could not be the problem that we are actually asking the question when in fact there are many things we do have to be proud of. Like I named the predominantly wealthiest black communities in the world in America. I named more than 15. So that's something we can be proud of. We literally have many
oh,
black communities that are very wealthy. And the fact that we have to ask the question, what do we have to be proud of? Probably we
we
need to do research, right?
we do need to ask that question though, because so what he said was don't worry about the community, worry about your in-house, and that's your family, your kids. So he
Mm-hmm.
understand that outside of that is stuff going on. So you missed the part when he was saying we so busy trying to fix the community, we can't fix the community if we don't fix in-home first. So
No, I heard
again,
you.
there's a lot of people, like I had to talk to a mom, yes, her child, let me give you an example. So as a woman, we procreate. We are supposed to be moms, have children, get married, whatever the case may be. There is mothers out there literally in our community raising our women to be hyperly independent. Don't no man tell you what to do. Don't get married. Don't have children. And handicapping them. That's not productive to our quote unquote community. So if we go back to the in-house, you are doing your daughter a disservice teaching her this. That's me going in home, me teaching you how to actually create productive members of society. The only reason why the community is messed up is because the in-home can't get it right.
May I say one thing and then I'll meet up for the rest, like for I'll let everyone else
Yeah,
speak.
go ahead, bro.
We do have the right to ask the question. This is my point. We do have the right to question and say, what do we
Go
have to be
ahead.
proud? What do we have to be proud of? Right? We should ask that. But once we ask the question, we also should find out the answer. And then once we find out the answer, we should share what we have found out. We can't keep
Mm-hmm.
saying what's
I
good with the
agree.
black community and not actually searching to find what's good with it. And then once we find what's good with it, we don't share it. So at the end of the day, yes, question, but make sure you get that answer to your question and then share that answer so everyone can have that answer. And that's what I
Mm-hmm.
did. I asked what
That's
is good with the black community, and I find many things that's good with the black
mm.
community, and then I shared instead of just sharing all the negative things.
Yeah, true, true, true. I feel
Well,
that.
first thing, the
Anybody?
path.
Hey, hold up real quick. Did anybody else want to? Because I know y'all. Oh, it's like three of y'all that's only just been talking. Anybody else wanted to say something? I haven't said nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because there is people
Yeah.
that
I
want to come up. If you don't want to really like talk, there's somebody that wants to come up too, by the way.
Hi, yeah. So I was just going to say, I agree with what's been said on the panel, and with Mr. Charles, and I believe that the reason why it is questioned is because we don't have a great promotion of the good things that are happening in the black community. So as you said, perfection. Yes, we need to ask the question and find out what is good and what's happening. But
Mm-hmm.
then we also need to have that level of promotion so that it is out there, because what is currently in society and in the world is pushing negativity. So we as a community need to make sure we're pushing the positivity, and to also make sure that the younger generation, older generation are aware to help uplift us more and do better. And then Chrissy, as you said also, it starts at home. So once you're making the black community better, BLK, sorry, community better in the house, that should project outside the house.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, well, go ahead, babe.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I think. Oh no, it's echoing. Um, yes. So when he was speaking, what I heard is that our community cares so much about accolades and the perception that we are making strides, and not really focusing on the main things that we really need to focus in, which is our home, the in-house, right? Because people will leave their homes to go and create the perception with other people. Like, even when you look at pastors, they are out there creating a perception, or athletes. It's just, they never have time to take care of their own, and we always digress from that point. Like, we always get distracted some way, and I think a lot of these accolades and the things that we are like, yes, we're so proud, we're the first black to be on this cover, we're the first black to do blah blah blah, that we keep getting distracted by all these accolades and not focusing in house. Like, we literally, even in this conversation, it's like we're trying to get people to understand we have to focus more in house. And then there will always be somebody that's like, yeah, but we are doing great stuff. That's cool and all, but that's not what's important. That's it.
Isn't acknowledging the greatness and also the flaws, focus on in-house. I think we just have a half-sided analysis of in-house. We just focus on the flaws. I think you have to do both. You
Those are,
can
no,
no,
No.
I'm
majority of the
saying
So
time
when
it's
everything.
you so
flaws.
The good that the community does is in-house, just like the bad that the
no,
community
no, it's
does
not.
is
No, it's
in-house. It
not.
is
No, it's not.
everything that.
No,
Yes,
it's
it is.
not.
The
No,
bad
it's
that the
not.
community does
The
is in-house.
reason,
Yes, it is.
but the
And the
reason
good
why
that the
I'm
community
telling
does
you
is
that it's
in-house as
not is
well.
because you're
Hold, hold,
confusing me.
yeah, you
You're
gotta hold up real quick. You gotta let him finish first, and then go in after that. That way he can get his point off.
Exactly. I'll end it right now. So I look at pictures as a whole. I don't just promote the good. I don't just downgrade the bad. Everything that the black community does is in-house, whether it's the positive things or whether it's the negative things. And sometimes people just focus on either or. They'll just promote the good or they just talk about the bad. The truth of the matter is that we can do both. We can say the black community has to improve, and we can also point out the goodness, because no one just wants to be talked about the bad things they do. And people want to be talked to, like, give me acknowledgement about the good things I do, and also tell me the things I have to work on. That's all in-house, the good and the bad.
oh, you're so okay. Can you are you talking about when you're talking to children or when you're speaking about the community?
I'm talking about human beings, a human characteristic. No one just wants to be talked
Okay.
about the flaws that they do all the time, especially if there are good parts of them. No human being just wants to be told that, hey, you have to do this, you're doing this wrong, improve this all the time. If they're
Oh,
doing
so
great, if they're doing
so
well.
you're talking about a particular person. Okay, so
No,
I
period.
I so when you're educating a child, they don't care about the community. The whole point with what I'm saying is when you teach a child how to be a productive member of society, you don't have to worry about the community because you're doing your job in house. So, for example, if I have 5 kids and all 5 kids, 3 is girls, 2 is boys. If I teach my boys certain behavior patterns, I teach my daughters certain behavior patterns to allow them to be productive members of society. Those are 5 people that the community don't even have to worry about because they're already productive. They're doing their duties. They're not out here being reckless. That's what I'm saying. The reason why we have these issues is people want to be positive, toxic, and that's a thing. No, I'm not teaching my child. Is there can you be a rich black man? 1,000%. But my son don't care about the doctor down the street that's a millionaire. That's nothing to do. Kids don't correlate other people's behaviors with themselves. That's what I'm saying. You have to teach it in home so that it can then spill over in the community.
And I can I say something? I want to agree with you on that, Chrissy, right there, because I was just speaking to my son about exactly this yesterday. We was on F them kids, right? And people take that one or another way. But anyway, I was talking to my son about it. He's 25. And it was nice for him, when I was raising him, I was um, active in the community. I coached his basketball teams, his, baseball team, football, all these different kids, right? And did all this activities. I was a present, active father that worked every single day. And as I'm talking to him, it was nice to really reflect back and hear him regurgitating that same thing, because he's 25 now, has taken his career back into the community, to his school. And so he's seen young kids that he's been teaching since fourth grade start to graduate in the eighth grade. Some of his eighth graders are now graduating high school. And they're giving him that same feedback about how they appreciate him being active and just being somebody from the community that knows the community and feeding into them. And so I think, when Charleston is saying F the community in that manner, I just think that his struggles are his struggles. He got involved with some cats. They pew pewed some guy. He snitched on them. Right. That's his role. And he tried to go and make some changes, and everybody was like, "Nah, bro, you are this." And so they didn't have a good vision of who he was. But I'm not against what he says. I think he's funny. I think he's a troll. But I think he's productive in his trolling. But yeah, I think giving back, it doesn't always have to be financial. When we share what our past history is and how you can change that, we can be more productive in the future. And we just don't have enough of that.
And you say your son is a teacher?
My son is a teacher. Yeah,
Okay, so to me, that's still in-house to me.
absolutely.
You work with these kids every single day. So you have a duty, you have a job. So to me, that's not him going. So when I hear Charles say community, it's the people that say go out and create these big events and help everybody. No, we gotta fix who we talk to every day right now. That way we don't have to worry about doing all of that.
No, I completely agree. I mean, you have to fix your community. Now our community has converted. When he was coming up, it was 60% uh BLK people. Now it's more like 80% Hispanic, 10% Asian, two another 6% Indian, and 1% BLK people. We live in Facebookville, and so we've seen that community change. I've seen the effects of drugs, and I live in California, so it's different. It's not like we can just go to the next borough over and get another group of it. Don't work like that. Like
Right.
our whole community has been decimated, tore down to the ground, rebuilt, and is now a billion-dollar industry. I drive by Facebook every single day.
But so I have a
Uh,
question. Do y'all think the reason why our community has not evolved the way it should is because we don't hold our elderlies accountable for the things that they did not teach us?
well, I want to state one thing before you get into that. I'm a middle school teacher. I see kids all the time. And what's going through their head. I see what they're drawn to and how what their mentalities are. Let me tell you, it is so easy for people to fall into the narcissistic mentality. What about me? It's the easiest thing to say, I'll take care of mine. It's harder for people to understand I'm going to watch out for my brothers and sisters around me and be of service. They want to say, okay, and point the finger at the other man and accuse the brother man. These things are so easily from going from a flicker to a flame. I see it all the time when it comes, and it's when I was in my darkest hour. Service got me out of it. Me not thinking about myself and starting to put my things onto other people, Pe- helping others, and taking that pressure off of myself
Are
and
we
say,
still talking about fourth graders?
yeah, I know. I'm talking
Oh,
about the idea of having a narcissistic idea towards society and saying, you know, only work on the in-house. By working on the in-house, you actually working on the outhouse. You're actually working on the in-house as well. Um,
I disagree with that.
oh my God! I tell you, I run right now. I'm running a food pantry. I'm
Okay.
running a vegetable
So
a,
what does
a
that have to do
vegetable
with a
vegetable box.
5-year-old who needs their mother at home to teach them how to have life skills? What does that have to do with that?
I
Well,
think
Hold on,
I
perfect.
t-
Hold on.
excuse me.
I'm not talking to perfect. So what you're saying, you say you do food pantries and stuff.
No,
What?
I do. I know it's vegetable boxes. We take
Right.
produce,
So what does that
boxes of
have to do
vegetables to
with?
the
So what
needy.
I'm asking you about, what does that have to do with if your child is in your home and they're struggling with social skills, critical thinking, problem solving? How is that going to teach them that?
Take them with you.
How is that going to
Show
teach
them
them
power of
how?
gratitude. You show them the power that there's people out there that have it harder than you. There's people out there that needs your help.
Okay,
There's
so what I'm telling you is kids cannot correlate y'all adult problems with their young problems. That's the
my
issue that adults have issues with.
my
I don't
kids
know your
has.
kids, so I can't. I don't want to
And
do the anecdotal.
all the kids who come and volunteer, they do it.
Hold on. I don't want to do the anecdotals because I haven't met your kids. What you say your kids do, if I was around your kids, they may say something different. So I don't know that. I can't go based off
Well,
what you say. What
the
I'm
kids who
saying to
volunteer
you
and
is,
get involved with the community
what I'm
in a
saying to
positive
you
way.
is, how does that help a child critical think? Give me an example.
Easy. Seeing that there's people more in better off put in situations than they are.
That's not critical thinking.
Yeah, it shows them what they call gratitude, and gratitude
That's
is a part
not.
of critical thinking.
That's positive toxic.
Gratitude shows off critical thinking, man.
So if your child goes to school, right, and they meet a homeless kid that's in their school,
Yeah.
how would your child and that homeless kid say, "You're so lucky. You have a dad that's rich. I don't like you. You're ugly. You're da da da." How would your child handle that with using selling food goods or giving food to the homeless?
Well, my kid will know not to belittle the kid for this situation. My kid will actually see what they can do to help them with their situation and actually inform the adult who is I am. When I will reach out and try to figure out what we can do as a what can we do to get this kid from off the street and into shelter by actually speaking out, bringing out the situation to the proper people who knows what they're doing, like me.
Okay, your answer is everything I need to know. That's all I want to do.
And I think I think critical thinking skills start in like community. Communities are different. So when I
Oh,
talk
there,
about,
Dana.
oh damn it,
Dana, right
damn you,
after,
Kenneth, whatever. You just wanted to
right.
cut me off.
No. I was about to say no. I did promise a perfection to go. Then you right
Oh,
after because I know you've been trying to get in.
my
I'll
bad. Go
take
ahead, perfection.
take 20 seconds, I promise. I think the problem with the black community is the same problem we have on these panels, right? We don't come together, right? And also, we feel like our way is the right way to change the black community, and other people's way is the wrong way. When in truth, we all have a portion of the solution. I think it is. Some people have to, focus on community to help the black community. Some people have to focus more on the individual, one to one in their household to help the black community. And if we all were to implement our solutions and tandem together, then the black community would thrive. Because not every single person is going to be changed by your solution. Not every single person is going to be changed by my solution. I mean, not every single person is going to be changed by Dana's or whoever's solution. We all have solutions for a specific demographic and specific group of black people. And if we just work together and stop trying to say,
oh, I'm Martin Luther King. My way of nonviolence is the right way. No, I'm Malcolm X. My route of return anger back to people is the right route. No, you all have part of the solution, and we need to work together. That's the problem with the black community.
Right. So I asked a question. How many people in here have children?
I have one, and I have 750 that I deal with.
How old is your child?
My son's 3, and the rest are from ages 5 to 10. I was a teacher for 12 years and a principal for 5.
Right. So here's what I tell my parents. And it's not about and this I asked you this for a purpose and for a reason. I've been doing this for 20 years. So this is not based off just my experience. This is based off watching other children, raising other children, teaching parents, going to college, getting my degree in early childhood education. What I'm saying is there is a solid foundation. That's the problem. You guys keep some people, I ain't gonna say you guys, I mean I said it. Everybody keeps saying it doesn't come with a handbook. Yes, it does. You just don't want to be accountable for what the hell they tell you. By the age of 5, do you know what's the percentage of your child brain development perfection? How fast do your child brain develop?
So if you notice what I said everyone
No, I
has a
asked you. No, no,
person.
no, no, no.
I get what you're
How?
saying, but
What is the
I'll
percentage?
answer your question, but you have to
No.
respond to
What?
what I
No,
said.
no. I don't do
I will answer
question with a
your
question.
listen.
I don't do question with a
I'm
question.
telling you how I was going to go. I will answer your question, but you're going to have to respond to what I said. Everything you're saying has nothing to do with what I said because what I
You didn't
specifically
ask
said
me
is
a question
everyone.
though, so I don't have to
No,
respond to it. I
that,
don't
I
have to
will. I
respond.
will respond to you because it seems like you want to argue instead
No,
of
no,
actually
no.
create solutions.
You didn't ask me a question, so I don't have to respond to your statement. That is basic communication skills.
And
I'm asking
I
you a
don't have to
question,
respond to your
so you
question because
either have
I
to.
see it seems as if you rather argue instead of be constructive and
So
build. So
just
I will
because I
respond.
don't agree
You can
with you
ask someone
doesn't
else
mean
the
it's an
question, ma'am.
argument.
You can ask someone else the question, ma'am.
No, I'm asking you because you have a lot. I'm asking you
So
because you have such a strong statement.
basic comprehension skills that as you said. If
No,
I'm
no,
refusing to
no,
answer your
no. Hold
question,
on. We not doing that. We not finna gaslight.
it's
So
not.
you
Can
never
you answer the
asked
question?
me a question. Now, if you want to ask me a question,
Fine, I'd rather talk to you.
I'll
It seems as
answer
if you
it.
want to argue. You don't.
Would
It
you
seems
like
as if
me to ask? Would you like
no.
to ask me a question?
I'm cool on you in specific, in particular.
Of course you are.
Because
So
I'm not arguing with everyone in the panel, man.
when
You're
you
not here to
make,
have fun.
did he ask me a question? Am I tripping?
I'm refusing to answer your question. Move along.
Oh,
You're
what was
refusing
the
to
question,
ask.
Cookie? Because
My
I want to.
question was. One, I asked him the age of his children, and then he didn't make me forget because he was so busy arguing. God damn, I didn't forgot now.
You asked about the
Look at
development
all be so
of the
simple.
brain.
What percent
What
of your child
percentage of
Oh,
the
I
age
asked
child's
five?
brain
how
has been developed?
when a child how fast like yeah, what is your child development speed, and by the age of what age do your child brain develop at 90%?
It never develops to
It
90%.
does. Yes, it does.
I've never heard of a 90% developed brain.
It's 90%. Your child brains develop at 90%. Their frontal lobe closes at 25 years old. So when I say brain development, those are the habits, routines, brushing your teeth, getting up in the morning, bed routines, learning how to make a sandwich for yourself, learning how to get dressed, understanding that you got to go to school at a certain time. Those are the things I'm talking about. But a lot of adults don't even. No, no, not you, Dana, not you.
No, no,
I
I'm
asked him
listening.
that
I'm just
because he
listening.
has this strong opinion about kids learn outside of the. No, your child should know
Where
a
did I say
lot
that?
by the time
Once again,
5.
you're not responding to what I said.
No, child should know
Where
a
did I say
lot
that?
by the time 5.
You're not responding to what I said.
No,
So
no,
maybe you
no,
like communication and actually listen.
don't talk to me now because you didn't want to answer the.
I can talk to you. I refuse to answer your question because you lack clear, concise communication skills and you don't listen to understand. Because what I said is that everyone has a portion of the solution. I never said that kids learn through community. I said everyone has a portion of the solution, which is why I'm saying it looks like you want to argue. You're in your own biases and you're not able to clearly listen and understand what someone is saying because it seems across as if you want to argue instead of understand. And if you were here to understand, you would see that I never said that. I said everyone has a part of the solution in the black community. You're not listening.
And I want to say this because I don't. I mean, from my point of view, I don't really see this BLK community. Again, it's just unnatural for me in Northern California. I just don't. It was there in the '90s, in the 2000s. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing for every 1,000 households, maybe one, if two, black families. And so community is different, right? And so I wanted to touch on the point again because my children, were able to go to schools within our community when it was predominantly black. They went to a private school. Each class had 15 children from kindergarten through eighth grade. They created a community, right? And that community has a proper understanding. When he went to college prep, same thing. That school had a certain community, a certain thought process, right? 100% of the kids graduate and go off to college. That doesn't mean that they graduate college, but they definitely go. And so there's a system, there's a community that exists there. I'm not sure if that's the same thing that you're talking about, Chrissy, but things change. And when they change and people go their separate ways because we are no longer living in a segregated world where it's black on this side of the line and white on that side of the line, we have to adapt to those scenarios. And I think that that's what perfection is trying to say in his scenario. I don't know. I mean, I think that that's what I'm hearing, but I think communities are just created in small batches, and you can only grow from that. I can't affect what's going on in D.C. or Maryland or Atlanta or any of those neighbors. I can only affect my surroundings.
Maine said we have neighborhoods, not a community. Ooh, what you mean by that, Maine?
All right, what she over there talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
now?
I wanna argue.
Don't play with me, Rachel.
Just
um,
oh,
I really think that we're in a neighborhood because honestly, a community had unity. That's something that we don't have. We trying to learn what that is. A neighborhood is where it's the hood. You let your kids run around. They don't gotta listen to the parents. They don't gotta show respect no more. The community was respected, meaning every child in the community they respected adults. The neighborhood don't respect no adults. They'll tell you gotta earn that shit, or they'll tell you you ain't my mama, you ain't my daddy, and that is where we're at. We don't have people correcting or checking people for real, especially not people in your own family. And if you could tell me that you're checking people in your family, show me the family members. I want to see them.
that's it.
I want
That's
to see
all.
how they I want to see how they interact with you, because people will say, "Oh, I'm checking. I'm stomping down on my people," but is your people how they reacting to you when you do it? And it's like nowadays you hear a dude say, "Oh, you try to check another man about his family, about what he doing. He gonna try to sit up here and fight you down. Talking about don't worry about me, nigga." That's how they coming. That's the neighborhood.
But can I ask you something? Who you think they learned it from?
Shit. The people that's bringing them up.
That's all.
If the people around you is always loud, they always arguing, they ain't got proper communication skills. They sitting up here, they ain't got proper building skills because they at the age of 40 and ain't got shit to show for but an apartment with no gas, no power. It's like, who are you really learning from?
That's deep.
Your influence. So if people
Like
look
you
at
got your mama out here shaking ass at the club,
I'm
and
not talking to baby.
she's 50 years old in a club, or 40 years old in a club. Who is you learning from? You learning from the reckless ass behavior people that's
Yeah.
teaching you.
Who is your influence? People on this
On
influence
us.
is the people that control your beliefs and behavior patterns. And everybody want to act slow, like they don't know that this is a thing. Whoever your child is around the most since birth controls their behavior patterns, your beliefs. But everybody went, well, I did. I taught my kid, girl, I didn't sit in your house and you didn't talk to this. I don't repeat myself to my children too many times. If I got to repeat myself, we're going to have a cost. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tell you once, you don't do it. Now I'm gonna get up, there's a consequence. That's why men don't have issues with influencing, directing kids. That's why I think men are very impactful. Even if you don't have an active dad, go get a mentor for your child. I don't care if it's a girl or a boy. Go get a male mentor that is very active and he's very supportive so that your child can get another perspective outside of yours.
How you
Because
gonna do that? How you gonna do that when you got mamas out here talking about, oh, I don't want my kid around men because I don't trust men.
well, that's a trauma. Like, so those type of women, I don't soon. If I do a one-on-one with a woman and she says that, I'm not even coaching you. Go ahead and move on. Go ahead and let the. I'm not. I don't even put myself in those type of positions because those type of women, they're projecting, and it's because your mom didn't have the discernment, or you don't have the discernment. The reason why you don't trust is because you keep making poor choices. That's what people don't want to admit. Your bad decisions come from poor choices because you don't have the ability and the self-awareness to have discernment, number one. Number two, you don't trust your own thoughts, movements, or behaviors because you've made too many bad choices. They don't want to admit that. So if you tell me that, I'm going to go ahead and refund you. I'm no longer coaching you. I'm not doing it. That's all that come from. You can't tell me nothing about my kids, all three of them. I know who they gonna be. I know what they want to be. I know how they move. I know how they act. Why? Because I made sure I instilled certain foundations in them that even when people come to me, your son gonna be doing this at 7. No, he not, and you nasty for even saying that. So now I don't trust you. My son ain't gonna be doing shit at no 7 years old. And I wish a female would, because I will become state property. Sure would. But see, he's 16 now. I told him, you don't make yourself a father. The woman does. You don't make the decision. The woman does. Even if you sleep with her equally, she decides if she wants that baby to come into this world, not you. So you better make your decision very cautiously. You 16, I know you're going to go through your hormones, but I'm telling you, as a woman, you don't decide shit. He looked at me like, he was like, Mama, what? I said, if you want the baby and she don't, bye bye, AB. But if you don't want the baby and she do, you still gonna be a father. I bet you.
Mhm.
I bet you he's still a virgin. All the
Uh,
show.
she said, "I want to use this." I know. I have to make that sticker like that. All right, but I had to make our serious face picture. Like, oh my God. It's like, but all right. So let's get on this topic now. We're gonna start with Chrissy. They'll go down, then up with main thing, and end it with my baby. Um, why are you proud? So this a personal one. I want to see everybody's reasons of why they're proud to be black, or you can be another color. We can fill it in for people that's a different race. Um, why are you proud to be black today? Be okay today. I don't know if they can say that.
I ain't gonna hold you. I love our skin tone. It's so pretty. I don't care if it's milk chocolate, dark chocolate, medium. I love our skin tone. Number one. Number two, I love how mentally, naturally, we are very creative. Now, I will never. I don't care if you toxic or you living in the gutter. We are so gifted and talented. They just sleep on themselves. I love that about us. Very creative. Don't have to try too hard to come up with certain things. So I'm simply proud to be black because simply black people, man, we dope as y'all. We dope as hell. I don't care what nobody say. We dope.
What make a so that's different. I ain't want to ask this song, but man, you
What
said
make
something
us
already.
dope?
What
Just
make
the
no what no what make a skin color pretty? Cause like imagine a YT
oh my
person said, I like my
god,
skin color, it's pretty. So
the
what make
way
it
the
pretty?
sun hit it. So oh my
Interesting.
god, oh my god,
Interesting.
like it just for some reason my heart just get the Rachel said everybody. I ain't gonna hold you, Rachel. Baby, you can have that. I don't think. I don't even go in. So I think the issue with me is I don't even go into all of the other entities. I only focus on my people. I don't really go into all of the. When I see a YT, I don't think nothing. When I see a Hispanic, I don't think nothing. When I see, I don't think anything. I just be like, oh, okay. But when I see my people, I'm like, she's so fucking pretty. I just don't focus on anything outside of my culture. I don't just how my brain is wired. when we talk. If I ask you right now, Rachel, like off the top of the dome, what is something that you're talented at, and you tell me, I'm gonna think it's super dope, super cool. Everything we do is cool, is dope to me.
So wait, so wait.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold up. Yeah, I didn't want to make that be
Oh,
open panel already. I didn't want to do that yet. So we'll let T and everybody go. Then we can do this open panel. I want to
Now
make it
you was gonna
interesting.
skip over me. Hold on a second. Look,
I
I got.
said I'ma do it. He always thinks somebody trying to skip him. But no, we do T perfection, then main thing you, and then end it with my baby. Then we gonna do the open panel. Actually, I'm gonna give everybody 1 minute so we can just get this thing going though. So go ahead, T. What you got for me?
Oh, I don't need a minute, but why are you proud to be black for today? Shit, if anything, listen, at this point, I feel like my ego speak. I will always want to be black. I don't give a fuck about the. Oh, my bad. I don't give a damn about the stereotypes. They are bad, but I be asking the Most High every day, just bring me back black woman or black man, but preferably black woman if you can. Like I just am. Like she just like we smart as hell. We catch on quick. We magical. Everything that they threw at us to make it negative, we turned it positive. On some more ego shit. We just supreme. Like I don't care how no other race feel for real. I respect them, but shit, yeah. We being black is just the best. I don't give a fuck. It's just the best.
Mm, you ain't need no minute. Ha. Perfection. Go ahead.
That was my ego.
I just need 10 seconds. Everything that Chrissy said, everything that T says, I agree with it. And simplistically, we are what we are. We are the embodiment of what God is.
She could be like, my name ain't Chrissy. How you going?
Is all love. I think I know we're the embodiment of what God is. We're the embodiment of what love is, and that's just what it is. We embody what God will want human beings to be in every single way, physically, mentally, and spiritually. We are love. We are God's children. It's really that simple. I can't really put it into words or context because even all the great attributes and things I would say, it doesn't even hold up a candle to what we really are. The closest thing I could say to what we are and what makes me proud is that we're the children of God. We embody what God is, and we embody what love is.
Interesting, interesting, interesting. Go ahead, man. Thing.
Um, why are you proud to be black? I'm just proud to be a human.
Mm.
I don't put color on everything. And I think that's a bad thing when people do that. It's another way to divide who you is mentally. When it comes to building with people as a whole. Um, I feel like ain't nothing wrong with your skin, but at the same time, I don't give a damn if I was born green, yellow, black,
Mm.
blue. Like I'm gonna be proud of who I am as a what God made me. And I don't gotta sit up here and say, "Oh, my black skin is beautiful." No, because I'm already confident in who I am. I already love who I am, so I don't care to voice um, the blackness of it. It's really like shit. We all human. You should be proud of who you are.
Man, stop it, man. I don't need you in here coming with that type of stuff right now. Not right now, man. I'm trying to cook some stuff up.
He might be
All
trying to
right,
cook
go
it up.
ahead, Dana.
Look,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna second what she just said. Look, at the end of the day, um, you know, it's a way to separate us by saying it's not even a thing. If you just think about it, like when you look at an Asian, you don't say, "Oh, look at that Asian," or you're not like, "That's a yellow person," or when you look at a Caucasian, well, I can't believe that we even call them white. Or if you look at a true African, we say an African or a Guyanan or a Hawaiian. Why do everybody got something that end with an N except for us? We just go for black. I ain't black. I'm like caramel. And sometimes, I might even be butterscotch. And so I'm proud of that. I think my skin is beautiful. I think that I'm intelligent. I don't think that I'm more intelligent than the next person. But I think black is a divisive word. It does make it very hard to be proud of that. But I'm definitely proud to be an American. A racist American at that.
Cause I'm proud to be an American. Yo, I cannot believe what has been spoken today, especially for the people that have worked with children. How can you work with kids? Like, I owned a daycare where I saw every child of every race and everything. They were all talented. They all had their individual genius about them. And just because they grew up, now the little black kid is more talented. Their skin is more
Babe,
beautiful. They have
no,
more
man. You supposed to
better.
No,
answer the
that's
topic
not what I
first.
said.
Chrissy.
You just gonna go right
No,
to the
that's not
open
what I
panel.
said
Hell
though. I
no.
ain't say that.
Hell no. I
Babe,
don't
babe,
care.
I ain't
first
say
look.
that.
Nah,
Hold
let
on,
me
hold on, hold up, y'all.
finish.
Hold up. First, answer the question, babe. You just gonna go right to the open panel. Answer the
Oh,
question first.
my bad.
She's so ready. And you
He
can
said we
start it.
open
Pass
panel.
it,
F
You
drop
can
it.
you can
My
start
bad.
you can start that right after. You can start open panel, babe. But that was so funny. You didn't even answer the question. You just got.
Because I am befuddled. I
I know,
Y'all
me
cannot
keep
too. I
some
wanted
shit
to
believe,
hold it
ready.
in myself too.
especially
I was like, I
people
would
that work with kids. Like,
have. I
okay,
know.
but okay, so the question says, why are you proud to be BLK for today? Like Maine said, I am proud to be me. I am proud of the person that I have become. I am proud of
Mm.
my journey. My skin color, literally from black to white tea, it is literally uh deviation, like a delineation, whatever, whichever word you want to use. It starts with black, then you get a little lighter, then you get a little lighter, then you get a little lighter. Where's the cutoff between the beauty of it all? They're
Mm.
all shades, right? Until it gets to white tea, right? Whatever. Anyways, everybody has potential to be great and are amazing. I don't understand. Like, I am proud of myself. I'm not proud. My skin does not make me. It doesn't make me anything. My environment, my journey through life, that's what made me gifted. The way I see the world, that's what made me gifted. God, the way that he presents himself in my life, that is what gives me the gifts.
You see why I don't like you going before me? Because I was literally gonna mention that. You know, I ain't hear nobody say God. But dang,
I said,
I'm gonna go.
God,
I'm gonna go. You
I
did?
just,
Okay.
you
I was
better
about to
clap it
say.
up for your
I
wife.
was.
Clap it up for
Yeah,
your
that's a,
wife.
and that's a
Y'all don't
fact.
say be
That's a
saying
fact,
God
though.
though.
Yeah, actually,
That's a
that
fact.
was
So I'm gonna say this though. Let me say mine real quick though. I would say like you did say human. I would even say with me, I wouldn't even embrace that too, even though I get what you mean though. But I just say I'm just proud to be a creation of God. That's just my simple thing though. I'm just gonna make it just be like that though overall.
that's exactly what I said.
Um
I
and,
said God, and I said love.
and what he what he allowed me, the lifestyle I appreciate the lifestyle he has given me, and that he gave me the ability to think the way I think and stuff. So I'm proud of what all God has done for me. That's kind of my thing though. So let's get it. Open panel. Oh no, hold on, wait. One more new person that we got to get them in. That's why I wanted to say mine for people, because I don't want people to be biting off everybody else's. But go ahead, Pete. MC, what you got? What you proud to be black for today?
Just proud that I'm able to carry on, that my children is able to carry on the lineage that I set for them, that I put inside of them when they were young.
Interesting.
And as they're beginning to live their lives, because I have a 30 something year old daughter, and my son is 26 with no kids. It just really makes me proud that society hasn't whipped them, because I had to whip. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I'm proud. That makes me proud. And then I see my grandkids as they come along, and you know trying to find their way. It's kind of scary in some ways, but then you just continue to see the lineage of and the blackness. You know the things that I put in my son. About hard work. When I sometimes when I text him or I FaceTime him, where is he at? He's at work. So it's the things that you put inside
Oh
these
dang.
kids and black kids in general that makes this infrastructure continue to move.
I forgot about that. But yeah, all right. I do got a question though. I thought she said give me 1 minute. She said give her one. That's funny. But I was about to say so you saying because you're BLK, that's what you proud that you gave it to your children, all them attributes and stuff, or you basically it sound like you just proud of the way your kids turned out from what you taught them, not because they BLK.
Well, I guess I framed it that way because I guess that's the direction I was trying to go. But
Interesting.
still proud, still proud of the seed.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at your next question. Uh, talking about reparations, it's
Yeah, we
like,
not on that yet. We not on that yet.
okay.
Not yet.
Oh, you're not
Yeah.
on that yet.
No, we ain't
Excuse
even
me.
started. We on the open panel now, so we about to get this party started though. So like, what stuff that y'all agree with, want to add to, take away? Let's get it. So we gotta do a 15-minute open panel.
I understand it. I understand everybody points for sure. Like I used to be like I'm happy to be a human and all. I'm still like that, but the reality that I'm living in, I'm experiencing, and those are like we understand that racism definitely still exists. We understand the people that are not our skin tone knows it exists, but they not gonna fight against it because they benefit from it still. So it's like if they gonna prioritize they KKK rallies and all of that. Oh wait, can
I
I
don't
say it?
know. Yeah, I don't think you say that. No.
They okay when if they gonna prioritize they Kit Kat rallies and all that. Why can't we have our rallies that somewhat signify some unification among us? So
Oh, that's why you proud. You proud because of it sound like
because
a
I didn't
match.
I
Oh
didn't
dang, somebody she says the word too. I'm about to say matching.
hell yeah I
My bad.
will
Yeah, so
it's
that's
just
what make you proud to get back at. That go back to that topic we were talking about yesterday, though. That's funny. So a lot of times it seems like
I
insecurities
feel
we
like it should
have,
be I feel like it
or
should be
or
fairness.
defenses. So we only proud off defense.
No, I feel like it just should be fairness. If they have a right to defend themselves, why can't we defend
That
ourselves? But we
that's
know why
dumb.
we can't defend ourselves.
Because I mean, there's no need to. When somebody said how we were so superior, I actually think it was you, T, saying like we were
Hell yeah,
superior.
I let my ego speak. I let my
Okay,
ego
okay,
speak for sure.
okay, and I love that, right? When we doing that, right? To then belittle ourselves and degrade and take a step back in that power is a problem, right? Like we're better than them, but because they over there saying we don't want these people doing that, we gonna return that favor. No, we gotta rise
Preach,
above.
Oh no no
Dana.
no 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 no!
Preach, Dana.
I'm not speaking along the lines of violence.
No,
Cause
in any way, right? Like
so
making the comparison. When I looked at your page, I was like, damn, she gonna knock me out if I talk crazy to her, right? Like you got some muscle over there, more than me, right? I ain't mad at you for it because you put in that work and you're deserving of everything that you have, whether I like it or not. And so you should keep doing you, regardless. Is what I'm saying. We should if we every time we try to make a move and they throw a wrench in our thing, we say, "Oh man, they put a wrench in our plan," and now we take 10 steps back. We never go get to where we're trying to go as a
no, I ain't gonna
as
say.
human
I'm not gonna
people.
complain about the wrench being thrown. I'm gonna just pick up the wrench and use it to tighten the bolts. Like
Uh,
that's
yeah.
just how that's just how I think. But at the same time, when I'm looking at the statistics and the stats, because when black women go into hospitals, they my bad. When BLK women go into hospitals, they rate drops of survival. We don't get the proper medical treatment. Like just looking at these factors, and we are considered the minority in this country because but at the same time we have mass of influence.
You know why we're the minority though, T? Is because we don't have a system in place that allows us to duplicate at a rate. And so,
That's what I'm
well,
saying. We are not allowed to have that.
we are allowed to have that. We do
No, we're
you
not.
okay? Let me
We're
ask
allowed
you
to
this.
have the
Let me
title.
ask you this. Can I ask you this? Do you know why? The people of different cultures, I guess I want to call it, are able to financially sustain their lifestyles generation after generation after generation,
Because
and
they
we
work as a collective.
that's a part of it, right? And so, but
Hmm.
they definitely have systems in place that allow them to duplicate. They sit down with one another and reshare that information. They have standards. And we just don't do that. And
No,
that's
we
not
do. We
that's
just
not
they just
because
give
of
us
them.
they just give us the titles. We can't we they just give us the titles with no power.
We don't have to
What
have
we
power. We don't have to have power. We have to have understanding. So look, if we a part of our culture believes that we can't work at McDonald's and become wealthy over time. That's because we don't understand time and we don't understand how money actually works. We don't understand that our money is supposed to multiply, it's supposed to duplicate. We don't understand how to do that. It's not about how much you make. It's about
okay.
how much you keep and how much of that you keep that you allow to compound.
Yeah,
And
and
these
if
are the
that's the thing right
conversations
there.
that we're not having. We're not having because we're stuck in this space about all this and that. It doesn't cost that much to live in America. We are the most expensive country in the world. You go to other countries, they living off of $3, $5 a day.
No,
You
for
know,
sure. I see that all the time for sure. But
in
I'm so
America, in America, it's literally 150, $200 a day. That's outrageous.
but
No, I'm not gonna lie. We are kind of spoiled. We
but
are
we didn't
kind
come
of.
up with that though. We didn't say this.
But it's not about but T. I don't want to cut you off. It's not about what we came up with, right? What we have to get better at is becoming a solution oriented people. When we get into a panel like this and we're having conversation, instead of saying, "Well, this isn't something," we can say, you know what? That kind of makes sense. How can we progress that thinking forward? What can
But
we do? When we start asking questions, we can start getting the answers that'll help us. But it's not going to be
no,
just
no,
this
I'm not
small
saying
group.
we don't have the answers. What I'm getting at the fact that when we do, because historically we did have Black Wall Streets everywhere, where we prioritize our own because this system didn't want us to be a part of them. And when we did that, we got boomed in broad daylight.
Yeah,
So
and what I'm saying is, all right, they got us. Guess what? We pick our bootstraps up and pull it back up. We wipe our tears away, and we get right back at them. And
no,
we
I'm with
don't
you.
let
No, that's
we
what.
don't let fear control us.
No, and I perfectly understand it, and I'm with you on that. But what I'm getting at, in order for us to do that, certain things have to be taken out. We have to unlearn and relearn all over again. But the leaders are fighting with people who act like they want to be leaders, and then it just trickles down. And it like we cause our own division. Don't get me wrong. Like they put it there, but we continue the division amongst each other. Like I is not hard to understand. Well, not hard for me to understand psychological programming, the monkey see, monkey do effect, the whole if I get a bunch of these people to just if okay, how can I explain it? Like the YouTube videos or whatever, where they had the monkey test
Hmm.
and they did these things with these monkeys. Then they put the new monkey in who didn't understand what was going on, and he would cross the line, but the other monkeys would beat him, and eventually he assimilated to the point to where when they got rid of all the monkeys that they already had did the programming on and brought in fresh ones, they just fell in line to begin with. And we are continuing to do that. Like we consume shit that keeps us at low vibrational thinking. We don't prioritize reading, don't prioritize healthy conversations. As soon as people have a disagreement amongst us, we bring out the violence. Not understanding we was taught to be violent among each other by other people. We were never a violent people. If we were a violent people, we wouldn't be over here. We'd still be wherever we was brought from.
Well, we're not violent now.
No, no, we're violent to each other. Well,
We
not
might be
just
violent. We might be violent to one another, but that's the extent of it. You know what I mean, because we getting our asses beat
No, we're not
left and
violent. We
right.
violent to each other.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, no,
no,
but
but only reason I say that is because what I see, not I don't know what everybody see, but when what I see and when I look around at other places in other states, it's sort of kind of the same. We don't settle disputes cordially. Everybody's picking up pew pews or trying to expose. Like we they
well, you
got
know
us.
why that is, right?
Because men don't fight and women don't fight no more. Fight fair. They. I mean, I know where the pew pews came from. We didn't make them. we didn't have no
No,
access to.
no, it started in Oakland, and what happened was young cats was getting whooped on, and they went to go get I don't want to say Jackie Chan, but it was Bruce Lee opened up some karate schools in Oakland, and a lot of young melanated kids went there and learned that fighting style, and so when the gangsters rolled up on them again, they started whooping on them, and it made them embarrassed, and
Yeah, but
so
you shouldn't be embarrassed by taking the L. That's another thing.
but you
Everybody
can't.
should play sports at some point in their life to understand it's okay to take a L.
But you understand the thought process at the time is I'm a hustler out in the street and I'm supposed to be big dog, but yet this nerdy kid just mopped the
But
floor
that,
with me.
yeah, and that's a you problem. You shouldn't have been
So
thinking that
real,
you
real quick, y'all, real quick. Let's see if we can get some more people in because y'all doing back and forth. Ain't nobody else
I
quit.
know.
So did anybody else wanted to say something? Because y'all only got like 6 minutes for the open panel until we get to the next prompt.
I was
Yeah, I
answering the
want
first
to
question.
say oh, go ahead, Seven.
You could do the next question when we get off open panel.
Okay. All right. No problem.
Yeah. Go ahead, man.
Yeah,
Or Will, if y'all got some.
I was just about to sit here and say, oh, well, go ahead. You knew.
Yeah.
Man, go
Okay, appreciate
ahead.
that.
You might as well finish. Okay. I guess a little bit. Go ahead, Will.
Okay. The prompt itself. Why are we proud to be black for today? Be okay for today. Okay. Well, me personally, I come from a military upbringing, two-parent home, kind of a traditional household, and everybody was accepted of that, so it wasn't really any issues growing up. So I can tell you straight up, I didn't grow up in the streets, the hood, project, but I did grow up in the South, and I can tell you, I'm proud for being BLK because I get to actually see the negative stereotypes out there that exist because people do those stereotypes. They're not given to us. We do them, and then they call it a label. As far as are we begging for white tees for
We're not on
reparations or
that
the
yet.
change,
We're
we
not
get
on
it.
that one.
Oh, just the first one.
Just the first one though.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah,
okay,
it was
okay,
really like an open panel. But you could answer that because I know Seven ain't gonna do it though either. But
okay.
basically, I guess this is just for people that was listening to the open panel though. So if you ain't got nothing for that, then I'm gonna get main thing in, and then Seven, and then after the time
Okay,
up, then y'all really can expound more on that proud to be black thing.
that's what's up.
Yep.
As far as the second one, real quick, I think we do that as a whole when things are down in our life, our luck is down, and we feel like, oh, if things were better from a racial point of view, we would be living better. So I just think that's just more of a victim mindset there, because there's gonna be people in our community that's not gonna help our community with their money. They're gonna do the same thing they do when they get their paychecks now. So I don't see a community aspect in that. And then the last one, I don't even know how to even really answer that, but right is right, wrong is wrong. I mean, we know that as early as touching a hot stove. We don't have to be told, but common sense says something doesn't. Whoever's doing it is not doing it, so maybe we shouldn't do it. But we just have this mindset of a people that we're broken, and sitting back and listening to some of these panels sometimes in comments, you can just see people go back and forth. The system did this, not the white tea people. The system is designed to make us stay asleep. We need to break the glass ceiling. The only way we're going to do that is stop being divided by gender and race and all that kind of stuff, and realize the powers that be are keeping our true history away and not just racial things. Because if you want to keep it real, we didn't come from Africa. If you want to keep it even realer than that, we was already here in America. But people still believe in the white tea person is controlling everything, and they're just puppets themselves. Because if you really, really think about it, it's called BLK nobility.
Power to the
Alrighty.
people.
What you got,
I mean, I
man?
agree and disagree because I'm just
Oh.
like we know who I see what majority of the race is, and some you say the system, yeah, for sure. But even the people in the system are not my color and don't care to do anything for people that are my color.
Yeah, but are we doing anything by going to Burger King and unaliving our manager? Are we doing anything by running police over,
And
officers
there
over?
are
Are we
there are
doing anything
systems
by?
within the systems.
Are we doing that?
There are systems within the systems, and so I mean,
Right.
you have to pick. You have to pick.
incels. They got super fans. They got people who they condition. I think it's a 10% of the population who have like no cognitive function whatsoever. Like they are very like how God created Adam and Eve in the beginning, very childlike, didn't have no knowledge of nothing. There are still people out here that are like that, and they
That's
can
if
be
you believe
used.
in the whole Garden of Eden thing.
No, I'm deconstructing. I just believe in the Most High, not the God of the Bible. I've been deconstructing for
Yes,
almost 3 years
ma'am.
now. So
Nah, where you get to? Ooh, Mark, let me leave it alone. That's gonna be
now you
another
can go
topic.
ahead. Listen. You can
Leave it
listen.
alone, babe. Leave it alone.
I'm just hey, listen. I have all these types of conversations. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've been considered a seer, and I had to look up what a seer was. Like I've been called a lot of terms in a lot of different panels that I had to look up, and I was like, oh, okay, they don't mean it in a. Because when I hear some stuff that I don't understand, I'd be like, are you trying to insult me or is this a compliment? Because I be hearing words that I've never heard before. So
Isn't it funny how all these people have the answer, but ain't nobody from that congregation ever come back and told them what the answer actually is? None of
about
them.
what?
About what Will just said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, religion or
yeah,
the Garden of Eden. I mean,
whatever it is, like nobody know the answer.
no,
So
I'm not claiming to know
Nah.
the answer. I'm seeking truth. I'm not gonna be caught up in the confusion only just because it's over
Mm-hmm.
45,000 different types of just Christians alone. So if y'all can't agree, or if they can't agree on on how it needs to be done, and they're gonna be judged first according to the last book, I don't want to be nowhere near them. Just being just in my honest opinion, because
Mm-hmm.
my thing is from reading that book, not to just get out talking, from reading that book, if we're supposed to be like quote unquote Jesus, meaning breaking in community, no child left behind, things of that nature, it shouldn't be as many foster kids as it is if there's
Yeah,
over 45,000 different types
yeah.
of
Let me
Christians.
know when you really want to understand it, though. I'll let you know one day, though. But yeah, a lot of stuff you saying is
No,
just not true.
I really do
you
want
got
to
the
No,
answer.
understand.
you don't. No, you don't know. You don't. And I'm letting you
No,
know right now that you don't know. You're just speaking from whatever.
who
But I
me?
will, if you, whenever you want to go verse for verse, I will teach you because right now you're not even. That's not true. All the stuff you're saying is not true.
Wait. So it's not true that it's kids in the foster care system and it's
That
over
has, but where's a
45,000.
Deeper than
foster in the
that.
Bible? Where's the foster at in the Bible?
What you mean a foster care
When
system?
do they condone foster in the Bible?
I'm not saying condone foster in the Bible. I'm just saying if Jesus was trying to bring the people together, community, right? Why aren't most Christians practicing community?
The same way you not practicing what you believe in.
I
Same way,
didn't
cause
practice
you,
what
cause
I
you're,
know.
cause
Hey,
you're, cause
Ken.
you're a human just like everybody else. So they got the mind of their own. So it's
No,
not a
I no,
Christian.
I
It's not a
understand
Christian
that.
thing.
No, I
So what
understand
Look
does
that.
that
up
do with foster kids?
look
I'm
up look up
Same
confused.
way you
Psalm
chose, same way
68
you chose your
5.
baby daddy. Same way you chose all this stuff. All of us choose to do whatever what
But
is
they
different.
said not to have. We were taught not to have sex before marriage, right?
Yeah, but people still
So
doing it,
why do
right?
Hey,
so?
Kev. Hey, Kev.
One thing you gotta learn that being a Christian don't mean perfect. Perfect. That's
I'm
another
not
thing you got
saying
falsely taught. It's
I'm not
another
saying be
thing falsely
perfect.
taught.
Hey,
I'm
No, I'm
not
Kev.
saying
Can I
like
ask you?
whenever you want to learn, I'll teach you. I'll teach you though. But like
Hey,
I
Kev.
say,
no.
Hey,
I
Kev.
be I
I
be
actually
I
want to
be on
learn
these type
something
of
real
panels
quick.
to learn for real. I be on these type of panels to learn why it is you believe what you
yeah.
believe in.
But if you learn, you wouldn't come from a defense and saying what that ain't. No, you already got your mind made up. But whenever you're ready to learn, I will teach you.
See,
I'm a person that reads the Bible.
so
I
when
read the
you
Bible
mention
too.
foster kids, what did that have to do with the Bible? I just want clarity.
What I'm saying is there are kids out here who really need help. They're in a foster care system. They're getting mistreated in a foster care system. We know these things.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting, what I'm saying, things done to them that shouldn't be getting done. If I see that there are this many types of Christians out here, and this many mass goes to this church every Sunday, why won't they? This just me logically thinking about this thing. If I'm in the church and me and my members are supposed to be taking care of the sick, the homeless, these things and that nature, why aren't we prioritizing or coming up with any type of financial planning to take care of those we're supposed to be taking care of? I
But
get
Selfishness. The
Father,
Same
answer
like
the
is
you
same
said,
selfishness. So
reason
we
we'll
but
should
leave.
be
but
being
Ruthie,
selfish.
but so
the
no.
The
same
simple
reason why
answer
we
is
let your
people
best
are
friend in the
No,
car.
selfish.
so
But we
no,
should,
no, it's not
See
that,
what you
Kev.
done started,
So
Will?
as a form of foster child, I'm asking you this for a reason. Do you know the responsibility that comes with raising foster children?
All kids need
All
structure.
kids are
All
not the
kids
The
same.
need
only
structure.
responsibility they need to have is having a heart.
No, I'm not asking you, Will. I'm asking her.
If I
I'm
ran a
sorry.
foster care system, I'm gonna prioritize the children first and foremost. I'm not gonna
But
be
do
trying
you
to take
What's
care of
know?
stopping
everybody.
you
But do
right
you?
now?
Well,
You say
I
what?
agree. Now I like that question. That's number one. Number two, what's stopping you now? And number three, number one,
The
what's
only thing I
stopping
could
you
do, the only thing I
now?
could do right now, due to finance, is just donate. So I just do
Well,
that.
so when it comes to being a foster child,
But
you do
hold
know
on,
you got
y'all
to take
gotta
classes.
let each other land. Y'all keep cutting each
Well,
other
because I'm
off. Can I
trying,
hear
but
what y'all
everybody's
saying?
talking.
No,
T.
I'm just
So
saying.
when it comes to being
The only
T,
thing
what
I
I'm
could
saying.
do. Mhm.
Go
T,
ahead,
T,
babe. Go
let her
ahead.
land. T, let her land. Let her land.
So I'm
Just
trying
let
to
her
ask
land.
you a question. Yeah, I'm just trying to ask you a question because you're trying to result it towards the Bible, right? When it's really, do you understand what goes into that? The finances, the mental, the physical,
Uh huh.
the space,
Uh
what the
huh.
child has been through. Do you know what comes with all of that?
Yes, we need behavioral therapists. We need doctors. We like. Why are we making it seem? I don't. Maybe it's just me and how I
Well,
think.
because I don't need you thinking that it's just as like we always want to result something back to God. What happened in this world to most of us that become foster kids, that ain't got nothing to do with him. But you're
I
saying,
never
but
said
no,
that.
no, 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 I know. And you're saying that
But
if
it technically
they're
did
Christian,
because of free will.
so right, but you're saying that Christians should take time out of their day to go adopt, build facilities, right? Help foster kids. There's a lot more that comes into that, and everybody mental don't have the capacity for that. But that does not make them less of a Christian.
I never said it made them less of a Christian. I just said if it's this many of us as a collective, if it's over 10,000 members of us in the church, I'm just gonna stick to 10,000. And every Sunday we're paying tithes because we're told to pay
Mhm.
tithes. And instead of paying tithes, we chose to put in a pot for buying a foster care facility or investing in a foster care facility. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see why finances will be an issue.
That's called find a good church. There's churches that doing it. My church do that too. So you got to just open your eyes and actually
No,
go search for yourself.
I'm not saying
So
this
the stuff
ain't
you
for
speaking on,
you.
if Christians are doing it though. So I don't know why you tied that to just
They
because
are
you had a
they
bad
and they are doing it.
just because you had a
Yep.
bad experience of whatever Christians you done had. Don't put it on all of them. That's just like having a bad experience with
I'm not,
black people and saying they
okay,
all the
well,
same. That's not.
okay,
You
well, I
keep being
wasn't trying to put
defensive
it
and
on
keep saying
all
what you
Christians.
not doing, but I'm listening to you. I know
You
I'm not
are
slow.
doing it.
I'm
Yes,
not slow.
you
I'm
are
literally saying
doing
this
it.
I
for a
know.
reason.
Well,
you
that's
just
why
gotta
me,
you just gotta listen for a second. That's all it is. But go
yeah,
ahead.
I agree.
I
That's
feel
why
I'm not
me
trying
as
to
a
come
former,
off.
so T, I'm telling you, as a former foster child, we
Uh-huh.
never gave a shit about any of that. I don't give a
Mhm.
damn if the church build a big facility. I don't want to be in a facility. I want to be in a home where the parents actually can have the capacity to care for me. So what you're
Uh-huh.
saying, I get it, but that's not what the average foster child is thinking about. So what you're comparing something to Christianity, right? Like, oh, if we got so many Christians, why they not helping foster kids? Because we don't know y'all. We want somebody we can build a relationship with that's going to love us, that's not going to abandon us, that's not going to walk away from us. That's
Mm.
an intimate thing.
Wait,
We don't care about a facility. We don't want a facility. We sick of them. We go to them every time they pull us away from our parents. So what you're saying, that's why I asked you, what is your experience about foster kids? Because clearly, based off what you're saying, you don't know. We don't want another damn facility. We don't.
Yeah.
We want
okay, well,
parents being able to have the
I see where you
capacity.
come. I understand where you're
Yeah.
coming from, but I do have friends and other people I talk to that have been foster kids, and they tell me something different than what you say. They wish they would have grew up in better
There
facilities.
you go. So it's an open world. We see now. Sweet. Okay. All right.
Yeah, of course it's open world.
Yeah. Yep. But like I said, whenever you're ready to take that or actually be willing to open up, let me
No, I
know. We
am.
could we could talk about it.
Yeah, for
We could.
sure.
Yeah.
These is one of the top discussions I always have every other day.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
on
thought.
that, Kev,
Go
I
ahead,
want
Danny.
to
Oh, you
say
did
this.
say
So
something. Yeah. Yep.
when you go have the Bible study, because I got questions.
Okay,
Oh,
listen.
okay.
No, facts. I love Bible study. I was just in Bible study yesterday.
What's
Because here's what I really want. Here's what I've been struggling with for a long time. In this Christian thought process, accepting Jesus and things of that nature. So here's my
yes?
understanding. So Jesus was born, you know who he was, and he started preaching at the age of what, 3,
Mm.
and then he stopped preaching at the age of like 10 or something like that, right, or 11. Yes, no.
Could be possible. I don't know. I can't
I
really.
think no, the only thing I remember is that he passed away at 33.
33. And so what the question that there's a gap of time where he goes away biblically. And if you can help me figure out that gap, you might be able to help. And I really truly mean this.
What's that?
I think he went to
That
the
that gap
tombs
of
to.
time where he
Wait, T, you sound like you know the Bible. What you say? What's your answer?
No, I'm just going off of what was I'm just referring back to what I'll be learning in Bible study because it be
Okay.
different things we don't how can I say it? It'll be different scriptures that we'll go to, and then we'll read the passage. Like we not reading it in order. I read it in order, but then I be forgetting just because we go off of go through different things. But they said that he went to the tombs to learn the spiritual like basically learning how to meditate and get in tune with the spirit and to learn how to seek the truth behind stuff in a way because in Proverbs it says the simple follow but the prudent follow through on their steps. So what I got from that was just the blind just just follow, but the people who are not blind, they're gonna ask questions and inquire deep. Like to me it said to use logical and critical thinking.
Yeah, and they say this in the Bible too. You are supposed to ask questions because of such thing as false prophets out here. Yes. So all that
yeah.
stuff we talk about is in the Bible. So go ahead, Danny. You said what was the thing that's holding you back that you
So
gotta look at a gap?
yeah, because there's a gap. So
Okay.
Jesus comes on the scene. He's introduced as a prophet. He's a young preacher at a young age, right? He preaches all the way. I want to say it was up to like 10.
No,
Um,
now I'm not sure where you got that though. Like,
and we can make the corrections. I will find out exactly what it is. I'm
Yeah. So
asking.
I'm gonna ask you this
I'll
is
look
my
it
biggest
up.
thing. Then, so now that you asking that, why haven't you found it out? You got a question
I
that
don't,
you
you
didn't
know,
even look up yet.
yeah, no, because I can't. I don't know where to look to find it. I haven't been able to
We
find it.
got Google. That's
No,
what
but
helped me out today.
nothing has been able to give me that gap. Nothing can
Okay, then
explain
it
the gap
wasn't meant. So what's the specific gap you looking for?
Hello, hey,
between.
host, I'm finna drop down real quick and get
For
on the
sure.
live on my other phone because
Okay,
my phone I
I'm
got
here.
right now doesn't have all my scriptures
Yeah,
saved.
I'm here. I'm here for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Between 10 to 30 when he came back and went on the ministry right before he got put on the stake and killed.
Not a lot. Yeah.
But where did you get the age 10? Like, was that an assumption made or did you
Oh
read it
no,
somewhere?
it's in the. It's. I'm gonna have to look it up. Give me a second. I will find it.
Uh,
Um, verse wise. Let me find
Yeah.
it.
So even if it's that, right? So you saying what's your point of saying that? You saying that
So the
because of that
gap,
gap?
yeah,
Okay.
because the gap doesn't explain what's
Hmm.
going on, right? It says here's
Yeah.
who he is, right? All right, that's where he is. Now he came back here, and then he died, right? And so when we speak about Jesus, we there's a couple things that goes wrong, right? The issue that I've always had with Jesus is he leaves from a perfect place, right? Which is impossible for a human to duplicate. And so I was actually raised a Jehovah's Witness. And so the hardest part about that is, as a Jehovah's Witness, you actually attach yourself to that perfection. It is impossible to actually do. It's
Which is
impossible.
it possible for God though?
He was a
We are impossible. We are
Is it
imperfect
possible
human
for
beings.
God? For God, that's what I'm saying. Is it possible for God?
to do what?
It's not impossible for God to be perfect.
Okay. So do we not? So what is Jesus? What is Jesus again?
He's the
Jesus
son of God.
is the Son of God.
Okay, what they say he was like, and and they specified it in the Bible what he was.
Wait, he didn't say he was
Hold up,
God.
T. I'm just talking to Dana real quick.
I don't give me the verse that you're
So
talking about.
basically, he said he was human and he was God at the same exact time. So the only
I mean,
way that he could be perfect,
in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, when they talk about Jesus, they talk about Jesus as the master worker. When I talk about the beginning, I'm talking about Genesis, right? In the very first, In the very first
Yeah, I don't want you to miss my
chapter.
point, Dana. I don't want you to miss my point. What I'm saying is, you said it's impossible for a human, but it that made it. That's why, and I agree with that. But Jesus wasn't just human; he was God also. That's why it's possible
Mm-hmm.
for
I agree.
him.
Okay. You know, I
Right. So
understand
there go
that.
your answer for that part. And then you said the gap, right? So this
Yeah.
gap that you're looking for is the thing is, if you ever notice the Bible, it speaks on all the main things that we need to know, because we got gaps where we don't even know how these other people came around after Adam and Eve. The Bible is not meant to speak on every like, oh, this is how they tie their shoe. This is when they use the bathroom, all that stuff. It's not about all that stuff. So when I hear people do that, it seems like they find a reason to not believe nothing in the Bible, or they just find because it goes against their lifestyle that they want to live, which I notice, and I know it's gonna
No,
burn
no,
every time though.
no,
But
no.
for the most part, we be trying to get on. Like, we might as well say, how did Jesus float on the water? Why he walking on the water? Why how did the seas get parted by Moses? Why did the whole Noah get flooded? It's so many questions. It's like, but if you really look at the Bible, it's main things that we have to just understand of why it happened, when it happened, and what was the reasons behind it. We don't
Right.
need to know every last piece of thing in the Bible just to say, oh,
But
nah,
but
I believe the Bible.
Kev, but what you do have to, what you have, what each individual follower has to be able to do is come to some level of comprehension within their mind. So you might be able to pick up on it on the parables and accept that in your mind, and that's you, and that's okay. That doesn't make it wrong or right or anything. That is you figuring you out, right? And so each individual has their journey. And so when I talk about the Jesus story, that is a real journey, right? Like, what did Jesus do between this time? There was a 20-year gap. There
He
is a
he
20-year gap.
was he was
And
running.
at that time he could have been doing anything. He could have got married.
He
Who
was a
knows?
carpenter. He was a carpenter.
But why does that matter at the end of the day?
That's why I'm
Because
trying to
even
still don't get why that matters, right?
It
yeah,
matters. It
because look,
matters because
1 year.
it gives
That's gonna make
substance
you
to
understand the
the.
Bible more after you find that out. I don't
Yes,
get it.
yes,
See,
What? I feel
yes.
like
it's
that's
like
some
when you look
petty
at the
stuff to
creation.
sit there and wait on. Just to, like I
No,
said, at the end of the day, all you got to say is that I can care less about what the Bible is saying. But that I ain't. I was about to say, my bad. Let me shut up. But I was about to say that is people just come with the
very
silliest
stupid.
things of why they don't want to believe the Bible.
No, it's not about not believing the Bible. I have done a lot of Bible based things in my life and had success. I've done a lot of Bible based things in my life and had success with that. And so it's not about that. It's about truly understanding. You can understand how as negative it may be. There's an explanation for everything. There's an answer for everything. When you say something is
But you're not
perfect,
supposed to know that knowledge,
when
sir.
you look, when you say
Right.
something is perfect, when you say something is perfect, there is no room
Hmm.
for error in perfection. And if you believe that the book
That's
of
what God
instruction,
is.
if you believe that the book of instruction built for life everywhere, Bible, is perfect
Yeah.
because
So
it's
who
the
determines
word of
perfect,
God.
God or humans?
God does.
Okay, right. So if God said He's perfect, then who gonna argue with God?
Nobody can argue. There's
Right. So
nobody.
perfection is based off of
There's
what
nobody.
God
Yeah,
look if you were
yeah.
seeing.
There's nobody that's ever come back and said since Jesus and said, you know what, bro, when this happens, this happens. That's no. If you can point me to that person in our reality, I'll fall down to the ground and I won't ask
Yeah.
another
The
question.
thing is,
But
I get
how
you
do you
though.
know
It's
you
no.
haven't came across that person before and just
It,
ignored him
it,
because he was
Yeah,
talking?
but he got his mind made up
because I'm the type
just
of
like
person that
T
doesn't
did.
ignore
So
people.
No,
I
I
actually sit.
believe in God. I just don't believe in a
yeah,
God
I
that's
that's in
sit.
the
why I
Bible.
said we
I
gonna
sit
keep it
with
that way. But
people.
my thing is like, don't act like you want to know about the Bible and y'all don't. Y'all got y'all mind.
I
Y'all read the
do.
little piece. No,
I
y'all read the pieces that y'all wanted to read. Y'all got y'all
nah
No,
biases or whatever
no,
because of what y'all
nah
don't. Y'all
nah,
no. I
choose
bro.
read
not
the
to know
whole
because
thing.
my
No.
thing is with anything. Well, look, with anything that we want to learn, we gonna try to invest and take our time to. Just like y'all get y'all little weak degrees or all this stuff that really don't matter when we hit the grave and stuff. When y'all want to invest to, if we want to invest in getting some punani, y'all gonna find a way to get it. You're not gonna like say it don't make no sense. Nah, I'm not getting no punani no more because this type of girl ain't do that. So the thing is, I get it. If your lifestyle you feel like it ain't affecting you, whatever. Hey, as long as you living the best life you can and stuff or whatever. But don't. I mean, some of these questions just don't make no sense. It's like
Look,
we come up with a
I
bunch of
yeah,
excuses just
look,
to not.
I've done it all, brother.
Yeah, that's cool, and that's all that matters. As
No,
long as you living life
look,
to your best, that's all that matters.
nah,
Oh
and
wait,
guess
host,
what?
I got a question for you real quick. Is
Uh,
just because I gotta I gotta ask this question just because I heard it on other panel.
mhm.
Is Cain the offspring of Satan?
Oh
No,
my
not that.
goodness.
No,
I love this one.
no,
Okay, because somebody on the
not that I
panel,
know of. What the heck? I never heard nothing like that.
yeah, the dude at the bottom, he was saying that yesterday.
Mm.
Yeah, no. See, I don't even. I mean, it's not even that difficult
And
for
y'all
me.
know all these questions. All you gotta do is Google made it so easy for us. You know, like
No,
I
no,
said,
I'm not
we.
saying no, I'm not saying that. I read first before I try to
Yeah,
like it'll tell
I
me the
ask Google
verse.
At the end of the day,
before I ask people.
at the end of the day,
No,
I'm a
no, it'll
very
tell me the
spiritual
verse, but
person.
then I don't just go off just the verse. I'll read
Look,
the whole thing
I
before I
just
just
real
wanted to
quick.
ask.
Hold up, my baby trying to go. Hold up, y'all.
Sorry, Will.
No
I
Oh
just
problem,
yeah,
bro. No
wanted.
Will.
problem.
Yeah, you next, Will. My bad. I know you've been trying to get in.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
no
just
problem.
wanted to ask Dana. Dana, do you believe that Jesus is perfect? Or like, or
I actually struggle a lot with Jesus, to be honest with you,
okay,
Rachel.
I think
It's the reason why I never got baptized as a Jehovah's Witness. It's something
yeah,
that I struggle with.
yeah, I think that's what's happening is like you are looking for something to confirm that he's not perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
No,
that's
I
all
no,
it
mean
is.
it's not something
he
that
was growing in wisdom, so he wasn't technically all knowing from the scripture. Hold on, let me pull it up. Because he was learning. He wasn't
He,
all knowing. Luke,
he wasn't all knowing, but he knew Peter was gonna betray him. Oh, that's funny.
Luke,
Okay, listen.
no, yeah, he knew that. But in Luke 10:52, it said Jesus grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man. So what I got from that was okay. He's learning. He's still learning. That's just what I got from it when I read it. He grew in wisdom and stature and in favor with God and man.
I used to be Jehovah's Witness too, Dana, and I totally understand where he's coming from. There is a lot of confusion in that religion, and it can really feel like you are being brainwashed. So when you do get out, you're questioning like everything.
Hmm.
um, but
yeah. You have to really be in it to really understand
I
how
get
to
it.
yeah,
how when
I used
somebody's
to go
breaking
to the
away from
Kingdom
that.
Hall and everything. I used to knock on
Yeah.
people's doors.
Yep.
So I can understand where he's coming from, but like Kev said, I think a lot of times when people talk on the Bible, they haven't really taken the time to really dive deep. Like a lot of
Mm.
it is based off of their past experiences with, religious hurt.
Yep.
I've
Yep.
visited
No, yeah,
multiple
I
different
came
I've
into
visited
it,
multiple different
Yeah, I
churches
did the
of
same
multiple
thing.
different faiths,
but
I
I
and
keep
guess
know,
what?
Dana. I
I
did the
keep
It's
same
getting
very
thing.
rare. It is very rare to find an organization that studies the Bible as hard as Jehovah Witnesses study the Bible. It's very rare to
Yeah.
find that.
But the thing is, she hit that right on the
Yeah.
nose, and I tell people that all the time. You're studying to confirm whatever bias you have against it. So that's the point. That's why you said I can't find it. I can't. So whatever happened in your life or whatever, you're trying to just keep on like. Because like I said, I know that some people just look for reasons to debunk something, or they look for reasons to understand something. That's just what happens though. So of course that's how you gonna feel. You said that's why you keep on throwing that I've done many researches. I've done you probably did, but you did research to only confirm your bias that you have against it. That's all it is.
I'm currently still in the research process, Kev. I'm
I mean,
always
I know
always
why.
researching.
I can say why I think that's why we have division because Jesus said He
But yeah,
brought
but
division.
real quick, y'all, I did tell Will he can come in though real quick. I'm gonna let Will and then I
Yes,
think
something.
Kay wanted to say something to Ash.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Okay, so and I didn't really mean to kind of start this whole religion thing like that. I was just trying to get to a point earlier, but anytime you have an issue with trying to figure out about God and religion, ask yourself this: where do you think free will came from? And
But
when you start thinking about free will, you have to start thinking about the decisions you make, which are basically choices. You can go left, you can go right. There's right and wrong. Sometimes
mhm,
it could be an in between, but an in between also means you gain something by hurting someone else. The righteous path in life never hurts anyone else. The
mhm,
wrong path in life hurts other people but you. So that gray area is always going to be gray because you benefit from it, but it hurts someone else. So you got to kind of look at that. And as far as the comment about Cain and Satan or whatnot, the reason why a lot of people say that is because Cain unalived Abel, which means he had some type of unaliving aspect in him, and it only could be given to him from Satan himself. But it all depends on the interpretation, because some people believe that the interpretation of the serpent means a sexual relationship between the two. But it just depends on how you look at it and what your heart truly believes in. But it goes back to free will. You have the right to believe in what you want to believe in. Now, last point. The two religions that I think is full of it, and I'm sorry to offend anybody, would be the Mormon religion and at least Catholicism, because the stuff that they do to children. But as far as the Mormon religion, I'm not going to believe that because my skin color is the way it is because my ancestry line decided to follow Satan. So I don't, I'm
But
not going to be judged at the end by Elohim and Joseph Smith and Jesus Christ. Like, that's just garbage. I'm sorry.
but the Mormons get a planet though, so I don't wouldn't mind being a Mormon. Like you get a planet when you pass away. Like that sounded cool
Well,
to
that's
me.
yeah, that goes back to if you want to start talking about Anunnaki and the Nephilim and all these different types of cosmic beings, because there is a story of how when the Anunnaki came to the planet Earth, we was already there as human beings, and they
Yeah,
decided to use us for slave labor. So some
yeah.
people don't want to believe that, but then they take bits and pieces of that and try to include it biblically.
But it's okay to have slaves because it says so in the Bible too. That he didn't condone against slavery. He didn't care.
Mhm.
He just said, I mean, he said good and bad. You know, they were supposed to treat their
What is a
slaves
slave
good.
actually, though? The
And
interpretation of a slave. What is that in your opinion?
I mean,
Are you kids slave because they're doing your dishes?
if you want to use that in a way, yeah, you can.
Hell yeah, they slaves. You can go in there and wash them pots and
I'm just
pans.
saying,
Fuck.
I'm just saying. You said that they Anunnaki came in enslaved.
Hmm.
Let's talk about slavery
Can
in the
I answer
Bible.
that? Can I answer
It's
that?
okay. It's
Go
okay
ahead,
to.
go ahead, Ash. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think he ever. I thought he was
Okay.
gonna go into it.
Yes. In my opinion, I think a slave is a man who's stripped of resistance, or a person who's been stripped of resistance, and then you have a prisoner of war. So what the Bible would be talking about is slaves would be more so prisoners of war, but a slave is like a person who no longer resists, who don't resist at all. So like that. So
Uh,
that's the type of person that they use to,
Yes.
like you said, clean the kitchen. Treat like an actual thorough slave. But yeah, what the Bible is more so talking about is like prisoners of war,
they,
which is like different
Yes,
than
sir.
slavery.
but you still take those prisoners of war and you can make them your slaves. So they're still slaves,
But it's
even if they got caught as prisoners of war, they're still slaves.
A slave is a person who
Has
is
no free
excluded
will.
from freedom of choice.
Yeah, has no free will. No free will.
You know.
Like we
but
have.
a
So
prisoner of war is a combatant that you have to have military arms around at all times to keep
yeah,
him from immediately killing people around him and starting a rebellion.
Yeah, and then you enslave,
that is
That's not a
us.
slave.
bruh.
That's
POWs.
not a
We're
person you would
POWs
say with a slave.
because
That's not a person
of
you would say with a
America.
slave mentality. If you say, man,
Yeah. See,
this
that word
person
gets
is a
thrown around
slave.
too. When they say we're a slave mentality, that is like it's like an insult to us as a culture to say, "Oh, you got the slave mentality." When really, if you think about it, the First World War was in 1492, not
Is it bad to
1917.
have? But is it bad to have slaves? I'm
Well,
just
how do you keep a slave in
Well,
line?
you become a
no,
slave and you ask that after that.
no. I'm saying because no.
Anybody with a
The only
job is
reason
a
I asked
slave.
that, only reason I asked
Slavery is
that,
wrong.
no,
But and Mr. Laugh
only
on
reason
Kev,
I
can I
asked that is
Kev
because
laugh and learn.
What's
we in
what?
some form
Yeah, I
of
want to ask you a question real quick when they finish. I ain't gonna interrupt though.
All right.
Sorry to.
we in some
Go.
form of quote unquote modern day slavery, just because like you said, everything is very much expensive over here, and we don't have like yeah, we can definitely get out of that, but it's only so many of us will get out of it, and everybody else will still remain that in that type of setting. Like we a slave to the system. We own certain time clocks. We got to make sure we don't do this just because things can happen. You can get fired. You can lose your insurance if you don't pay certain things on time. So we, in a sense, a slave to certain things that's been modernized in this world. Versus
I
if they
challenge I challenge you to answer this question then.
Hold on, real quick before we
If
do
we
it,
are
because I did tell.
slaves,
Hold on, real quick. I just told Ash she can go. But here go the definition, since everybody's so scared to look at definitions. So a slave is a person who is forced to work and obey another and is considered to be a property
mm-hmm.
and an enslaved person. So it got to be a property And that's forced to work. So a lot of times when we use the term slave, I don't think nobody's actually a slave. You just,
Unless they in jail, then
but
yeah.
I don't even think they forced them
Hey,
to work.
can you got the
But go,
dictionary?
yeah, yeah,
I want to.
yeah.
Well, I wasn't gonna ask this question, but can you look up the word like parolee?
Parolee.
Yeah, like when you get a prisoner, you make parole.
I'm a parolee, rolly, rolly with a.
This, you know what?
I don't even know how to spell that. Parolee.
P A.
Yeah.
ROLEE.
Yeah, because what y'all was just talking about made me think of something. So, but I think it means that's like a like that's when a prisoner of war, when he like no longer is trying to be combative and against the system, and he's willing to just do what you tell him and to be a slave. I think the word was parolee. So that was, but so when you have like prisoners of war, the ones that you no longer worried about, like the ones that just snitched and told everything and can't go back, they make parole.
So, okay, as a person who has been released from prison before the end of their sentence under the supervision of parole board or office, so they allowed to live in the community, but adhere to specific conditions and are subject to potential, uh, dang, what the heck? Maybe give me some words, I
Basically,
guess.
house arrest.
Say
So many words.
revocation of parole if those conditions are violated.
Yeah, that's the modern definition. But probably if we go back or get a older dictionary, that's what it'll say that it's like when you a prisoner of war and you no longer enemy combatant to the nation that has you as a prisoner. So then you make parole. It's like you're making trustee type.
Mm.
Just like how when of course Angola was a slave plantation, like and then they converted to a prison. It's like the same thing.
So,
My,
K, when you wanted to go, and then I'm gonna get Will in, 'cause I think Ash, it sounded like you had some more stuff. You was going
Hey,
there?
well,
Kev.
I was going to ask you,
Hey,
why
Kev.
Oh, you did.
do
So,
you
okay.
OJ,
think
go ahead, man.
why do you think that people reject the Bible? Because everybody I
Oh,
was
it
listening to
just
you. I
hurt.
just
It's hurt, and it don't fit their lifestyle. That's all it is. So I ain't gonna. I felt it too because I was scared to actually read for myself when I was younger. It kind of burnt, and then something just clicked in my head. Like, two things. It's like, dang, what the heck is so wrong because of something that's telling me to resist my flesh. That was one thing that made me want to invest. And then another thing is like, I don't see no issue if everybody was to actually follow the Bible in the world. I think it'd be a perfect world. So that was two reasons why me myself I invest into it. But yeah, a lot of times, like I said, people don't want to. Um,
yeah. So I
they
said,
don't
why
want to.
you why
They
you
don't
don't
want to.
think they
They
follow
don't.
the
They don't
Bible?
want to discipline. They don't want to discipline. They don't want to change their lifestyle because they know it's going to hold them accountable for what they read. So it's better off not knowing. That's the reason why. So it's like a lot of hurt. It's just hurt
No,
and
I
lack of
definitely be
discipline.
understanding it. I just be like, well, you know
Cause
what,
like some
God,
people
I'm
want to
not
sleep with the same. I'm gonna get
because
deep. This some people want to sleep with the same people, right? And they know the Bible goes against that. Some people want to have sex before marriage and all that stuff, and have many different
Sacrilege.
women, so they don't want to believe in that. So they're gonna say it's fake. They're gonna say they don't believe in God. Some
no,
people
I'm not gonna
also
say
no, hold on. I'm gonna say all the reasons why. Cause he telling me why people don't want to, and I realize it. Cause like I said, I pay attention to people in life. Another thing is some people realize somebody important to them may have passed away when they was younger. They like, ain't no way it can be an old God or something like that. So they live in life with with bitterness, right? So they like, ain't no forgiving. I'm not gonna forgive, and I'm never gonna, stuff like that. When the Bible is telling you to do stuff like that, and all of us is like I said, one of the number one sin I believe today, and from the beginning of time has been pride, right? So when it goes against that, we're gonna fight it, right? We because it's about us, it's about me. That's why even when we use the term black power, I mean, no, not black power, oops, but be proud to be black. Be proud, like pride is tearing. Like if y'all realize the first one also, uh it was the devil, right? The devil was the first example, the first angel that was very prideful and got thrown got thrown out of the heavens because he was just so prideful. So yes, that was like the biggest sin, and that's today's sin that every human being that is struggling with to this day. Because you got to put your pride to the side, practice humbleness to even call upon God. That's
for
that's how
sure.
serious that is. So Yeah, pride is our biggest issue with that when it comes to that though. So
But I mean, God knew he was gonna rebel, and he still made him anyway. So it's like I'm okay with it. Like you knew what was
yeah,
gonna
he
happen.
knew that we was all gonna be on some BS and still created us too. So yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
cause
it's
yeah.
at the
So
end
I
of the day,
don't.
it's his purpose. So we don't know his true purpose. I don't even think in the Bible would tell us what his
Y'all
plan
believe
is
that?
for us.
Y'all believe
I
that
think
God
it's
knew
future
everything?
if we. Well, this is just my own personal.
God has the most faith in the planet
No,
existence.
this is just my own thing. I feel like he knew all this was going to happen. He allowed it. He's allowing it to happen, so he can find those who really are trying to seek him. Like, uh, like for me, like you just said, I don't see I'll be getting punished, even though he say I am. I just in my heart, I don't
I
believe
did.
it, and only
I
because
disagree.
just of how it's been, just from the Sodom and Gomorrah story when I read into it, it was because of what the men were doing to the little boys and how they was attacking the angels and whatnot, and they were lying and saying they needed help when they were still doing those things. So that's why he destroyed the whole city because nobody in there was righteous. So I understood it. Everybody in there was committing those same acts that were being committed to them, and then trying to go out and ask for help. You can't do that. Yeah,
That makes sense.
I'm not a. I come from a
Are you talking
sin.
about Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah, I'm talking about Sodom and Gomorrah because that's the story that gets thrown at me all the
So
time. Oh, you gonna burn in hell? Oh my bad, you gonna burn in HE double hockey sticks for
Yeah,
liking women? And I'd be like,
yeah, and that's why I say it makes sense though.
and
You're
that's
not gonna, of
okay.
course,
Like
you're not gonna
if
like
you
that story though. That's the reason
no,
why,
I'm just
because
saying
that's
Yeah.
your lifestyle. It goes against your lifestyle. So I get it.
because
So
if
I
you choose to
think go
believe
ahead,
that,
Will.
that's cool. Like I don't
Of
believe in
course,
it.
you're not gonna believe it because that's
so
it goes against your lifestyle. It makes sense. What the
I
heck?
was just gonna say that. I don't. So I
I
think
can go
people are
out here and
taking the
get a
Bible in an
dude, but I'm not gonna
aspect.
love him for real. I would be lying to myself.
But
I'll be
hey,
lying to the
Keith, can I
Most
ask you
High.
another question, Kev?
Yeah, but okay,
So Kev, like, so
Sorry, Chrissy was trying to say something.
I think Ash did have some. Everybody cut him off though earlier though, but he did say he had a few questions for me. So because he the least one that was talking up here actually.
Okay.
Cut off,
Yeah. So
man.
then I'm gonna let
I'll
Chrissy
let.
go after. I mean, no, actually, I thought Will had something else too. Cause I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Everybody is talking at one time.
It's all
But
good.
Will, then
I
you
just
had something after
didn't.
Ash, and then I think Chrissy after that.
I didn't want it
If
to get
Okay.
too far off. That's why, because I know Ash had a question. I just didn't want to get too far off, and I forgot. But I'll write it down.
all right, go ahead, Chrissy. Go ahead real quick. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna write it down. They can go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, my question would be right. So we know that T, she's saying that it's her lifestyle. She gets Sodom and Gomorrah thrown at her, so that's why she don't believe in the Bible, believe in that part of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you would be: do you think that's because they don't know the truth, like and truly understand the Bible the way they need to be able to get over that hump, or are they rejecting the Bible for that? Like, do you think it's
So to actually understand the Bible, that means it comes to a part where you're almost forcing you got to force change after that. Because people don't like the thing is we already know people have a hard issue with changing anyway. The people don't want to change. We already know accountability tears people up. So we know you read the Bible too heavy, you're gonna start feeling guilty, you're gonna start feeling and then you also gonna be like, dang, now that I know I can't play it like I don't know now. I gotta keep on having this hump over my head because I know now. So yeah, that's what it is. It's gonna hold them accountable, and it's gonna in a way force them to change once they end up start trying to learn it or understand it. So people rather choose to act ignorant to it or whatever. That's just what that is.
I mean, but you can't tell me to come as I am, and then or tell me I
That's
have
not what that means, though.
Go ahead, Chrissy.
That's
Exactly.
not like
what
like
do you
it.
mean?
It just. I really don't touch on the Bible and God like that because it's very sacred to me. But what I do not agree with is that y'all comprehension skills of the Bible is based off if it feeds your narrative. When
Mm-hmm.
we say come as you are, what that means is he's not saying if you like girls, come and you a girl. He not saying if you like to wear booty shorts, come. If my spirit is not in the right place and I don't know where to start, where to go, that's where he needs. Come so you can get what you need and be open to
Mm-hmm.
what you receive. And if you do not understand what you receive, it is your responsibility to gain clarity. He's
For
not
sure.
talking about the stuff that
That's
y'all
right.
adding. Y'all
No,
just adding stuff. He ain't talking about all of that because it's biologically designed for a woman to procreate with a man and a man. If you want to like women, do you? No, at the end of the day, we truly don't care. But we got to stop trying to make the Bible want to fit our narrative because we're trying to convince ourselves that the way we're living is correct. God ain't told you to do shit. You did that. He told you to
I'm.
procreate. No,
Mhm.
hold on. I'm not done. He told you to procreate. He told you to get married in the Bible. He
Be
also
fruitful.
said,
Be fruitful.
be
You gotta throw that in.
fruitful.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
also says, you are designed to use your creativity to give back when it comes to your purpose. And then on the seventh day, you rest and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Your labor. Half of y'all work 9 to 5, 17 times a day. Y'all don't do that.
Mm.
So when we want to sit up here and pick and choose what part of the Bible we want to say is wrong,
Clock
it's
it.
because you wanted
Clock
to
it.
feed their bullshit. And no offense, don't take it personal, but 90% of people who do not like the Bible, it's a personal development book. Now, don't
Mm.
you won't be able to read triggers because triggers ain't gonna feed your bullshit either. You will not be able to read pocket therapists because it won't feed your bullshit either. You will not be able to read set boundaries found. All that stuff comes from the Bible. There, it's all
Mhm.
you can literally Google a part of the Bible in any
Yes.
personal development book, and because it's worded differently, and because it's from a more spiritual, religious standpoint, everybody want to be against it. Then that means you don't read personal development books.
I'm not against the Bible. I read it.
Mm.
No,
I read
what
it
I'm
going
saying
to. I
is,
read it with a. I read it with an
I'm
open
not
mind.
saying you're against. I'm not saying you're against it. What I'm saying is, we got to stop trying to force something to fit something that's not biological. You are a
no.
biological.
I agree with you. I'm just letting you know. I'm not one of them who's trying to make the Bible fit my lifestyle.
If you're not, then why you responded then?
Cause you.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just
Clock
making sure.
it.
I'm just gonna make sure that because she said it's personal development. I know it's a personal development book. I quoted the scripture where it's telling me to personally to me I need to personally develop my critical and logical thinking skills. And like he was saying earlier, to identify or ask God to help me gain discernment in false prophets.
I think
So
one thing I don't agree with is it's just it ain't only just personal, right? Because I think it is our job also to spread the word, but
yeah,
don't
I'm not
force the
against that
don't
either.
force the word, right? Because some people, yeah, you don't want to do that. You say with your piece, you tell tell about who Jesus is, and maybe teach how to live, but then otherwise, if they don't want to be receptive of it, just get on. Because I know it get to a point where we start throwing our pride in there, and somebody
Mhm.
just start, and then we start trying to gain their custom out, and then God ain't tell us to do all that. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
yeah,
even in the personal development book, Kevin, it tells you
oh, you
read
talking about
this
that other
book.
personal brother? Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
No,
no, it's the
no,
same.
no. I know. I'm
They
agreeing. No, I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Hmm.
But if you read personal development books, exactly what you're saying, they also say that. They say read this book
Mm.
with the intent to
hmm
educate others, but don't force it. So
Oh, I
when you're
like that.
reading books, you are supposed to read it with the intent to educate others. That's
Hmm.
why I don't like that people say, "Why would I listen to you when you ain't did it long enough?" Ma'am, let me tell you something. Okay, you don't have to listen to me. Go ahead, walk right into traffic at that green light. Just keep going. Go ahead, have at it. You ain't got to listen to me when I'm telling you that the red light means stop.
but that be the thing though. I do actually be trying to not even trying. I actually do listen to because my friends are the people I went to school with. They're Christians. They invite me to Bible studies. I go, but when I start to ask certain questions, I get weird looks like, "Why are you even asking that question?" Because I'm just trying to understand the context the way you guys understand the context. Like they just completely just like stop talking when I just ask the questions, or they try not to engage with me. Like
They
she
can't.
said to go in with an open mind. I do. I want
Mhm.
to understand what it. I understand the procreation. I understand all of
Well,
that.
do you understand that when you walk in and you so, and this I don't judge. I don't judge. But what I'm saying to you is when you walk into a
We
facility,
listen and we don't judge.
right? But I'm asking you, T.
hmm
Even though you're saying you're going in with an open mind, are you really? Because
No, I
I'm asking,
am.
I'm saying this because do you understand that when you walk into a facility that do not believe in that don't believe in same smacks, they follow the Bible based off what it say, and you walk in. I don't know how you dress. I'm just giving you a scenario.
Yeah.
If you walk in and you sound like a girl, but you dress like you like girls,
hmm
why wouldn't they? Why would they? which they shouldn't. I don't agree with that. But what I'm saying to you on the outside of this perspective is code switching. When you walking into an environment that you know is not designed to accept you, why
Mm-hmm.
aren't you prepared to be dismissed? Number one.
No, I be
Number
prepared.
two, to
Mm-hmm.
be looked at differently. Number three, maybe go in if you're really looking to gain better understanding. You gotta be able to switch it up. If not, you gotta accept what you get.
And
Because
no,
at the
no,
end of
I
the day,
do. I
I'm
do.
not condoning what they're saying, but you're on the panel saying you're basically saying on this panel that you don't because you don't understand why they respond to you the way they do.
But
They
the thing is, I understand why they respond, but you can't tell me that you want me to come to a place that's to learn about God, to learn about Jesus. I don't be dressing like I would dress when I go to work. I come in presentable. I can't help that my figure it's just the way my body develops because every woman bodies develop differently when they exercise, whatever the case may be. Mine just seems to just come out more masculine. It just is what it's no matter what I put on, and especially if it's fitted, my figure is going to show. So, and even sometimes it don't even be in. We don't even be just be having it at the church.
Your
They'll
body
change it
doesn't
up.
look masculine to me at all. You dress
No, no.
masculine, but
See,
your
I
body
mean,
isn't masculine.
it's subjective to everybody, to everybody else. It's
So
subjective
what
to
I'm
everybody else.
so what I'm asking you is, you expect these people to. So what you're saying is contradicting to what I'm telling you, though. If you know that they it's their duty to accept you as you are, but you also know that when you come in, you're more masculine. You depending on how you dress, how you look, how you speak. You know that naturally their first thought gonna be, why is she here when she don't even follow the Bible? So you're asking them to literally change their belief system to fit your narrative subconsciously.
Mm.
You
No,
are
no,
doing that. Yes, you know. No, I'm saying it subconsciously mean so your conscious mind, you're not doing that, which is when you talk, when you talking, that's your conscious mind. When
mm-hmm,
you're not talking, but you're moving and behaving in a certain way, that's your subconscious mind, which is a lot of people don't understand that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You got two
Mm-hmm.
different mindsets. The
Mm.
conscious mind where you
Mm-hmm.
control what you say when you come out your mouth, and the subconscious mind that control your behavior patterns. So what
mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm talking about is your behavior patterns tell me, why are you here?
No,
Your
that's
conscious
what
mind
their
says,
no, that's
I
what their
want to
behavior.
learn, I'm open, but your subconscious says, accept me for who I am. But that's not what the
I was
Bible is
just
talking
about. I
about.
It's
like
not
that you
even
said
no,
that.
it's not even that
Wait,
because
see,
the thing.
before that, just
No,
let it
you're not
marinate. Cause
listening
you,
to
girl, I
you.
want to
You're
say,
not
let me say
listening.
this real quick, y'all. Let me say this real quick. And I want to say, T, yeah, you. That's why I say you say you open minded, but you so quick to, you're not even letting it marinate no more. But let me ask you this though, real quick, right? Because she done
Mhm.
said, Chrissy said a very good mouthful. I
And
don't
I
even know if it
understood
might.
everything she
If
said.
you did, you wouldn't be in defense. You wouldn't be. You would have said first, I get. Okay, I get you. And then you would have probably broke it down to her if you really understood her. But no, right now it sounds like you already trying to get your turn to talk. But I'm gonna say this, but you can get your turn. But I'm just saying, like, let me ask you this, and it always had this question though. Like, if you did go to church, right? You going off that saying, what is your intentions? If because like I always thought the point of going to church is to change or be more church like, or well, let's say if you're trying to get into the book, right? You're trying to be more Christian like. So if you're not trying to be more Christian like, what's your purpose of going to church?
To learn about the God of the Bible, to learn about God, to learn about Jesus, because this was something that we
To
all
learn
grew
to do
up
what?
with. Digest, dissect, clear
Okay,
understanding
and then
that I'm
are you going to
supposed to be
apply
doing.
it?
Apply, I apply it. I do apply it. I don't turn. I don't. This is me. You, if you procreate, you procreate. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care. I never cared about what nobody else does in their bedroom. That's just
Yeah,
not
that's
my
how.
cup of
And
tea.
there you go again. That's the subconscious you was talking about. Like it comes out every time, right? You don't even notice it, right? You going back to the light. You saying you don't care who you sleep with, but if you say you going to church, you are going to care because that's what it is. It's going to change your mindset to care about who sleep. Well, if you put it in that way, right? Because it's the whole point is to care about one another and making sure that we're going down the right path. That's what church tend to do. We hold each other. They all hold each other accountable to make sure that they're following Christ. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole purpose. So you can't say
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. If the point is you're going there to care. That's the whole point.
Uh huh.
Yeah, that's the, I mean, I would say that's the reason why if you're, I mean, to go to church, because people just want to go to church to say I go to church. I mean,
No,
I
I
even I'm
don't.
even
I
I'm
get
even against that
invited.
with other Christians. It's Christians that just like to say every last word, know all the books and all that stuff, but they're not implying or nothing. It's like I asked them, what are you going to church for? What, to use it as pride? To use
I
it as
get in,
pride that I know this? You
no,
know what I'm
because
saying? That
I
don't mean
get
nothing. You're
invited
not going
to
to get a.
church.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, I be getting invited to church. I don't just go to church on my. I used to. I used to. Don't get me wrong. I used to.
Oh,
But once
okay,
I
so
go, then people, of course, my friends and stuff like that, be like, you want to go to church with me on Sunday? I'm like, all right, cool. I don't mind going. I don't never feel no type of way when I go to church. I don't mind going to church.
yeah, I'm
If
pretty
you
sure
so,
they hoping with change. They just hoping for change.
yeah,
Whatever
that
reason
And
I
that,
makes
and
invite.
that,
sense.
and that's and that's fine. They can hope. I'm not attracted to what they want me to
Yeah,
be
and you
attracted
going to
to.
please them, so I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
you're
so
not
T,
really
I
going
was
because
No, I
Rachel.
do. I do go because I be having my own questions that I would rather ask the people who I have some type of connection to or relationship with. Just through high school or whatever the
So
case may
T,
be.
do you notice that Rachel didn't even get to finish her sentence before you cut her off? And then when Kevin talks to you before he get to finish, you already have an answer. You're only you're responding, but you're not listening, and we can tell because you have to let somebody completely say what they're saying. You're not processing it because you don't process the. I'm not saying you particularly, I'm saying humans do not process this type of information because this is heavy information that we're giving you. And the fact that you're so quick to respond lets me know that you're not processing what we're saying. You're just responding. At the end of the day, whatever your intent is, that's your intent. That has nothing to do with the Bible. That has
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with the purpose of what God have designed for us. That has everything to do with your intent on your purpose on how you showing up in life, what you're doing, what's your reason for going to church. Because when I go for my own reason. You can invite me to 15 churches. I'm not going. I don't give a damn if you're my best friend. If I don't want to go to your church, I'm not going because you asked me to. I'm going for my own purpose. So what we're basically saying is you say that you understand it. You say that it does.
Did it boot everybody? Man, I was hoping it didn't do that. Oops. Buddy, man, I was hoping it didn't do that. Oops. I kind of refreshed because I couldn't see none of my stickers. I couldn't see nothing. I had to refresh my stuff. I ain't think my bad, y'all. Hold on, give me a sec. We gonna get it back going. My bad, y'all.
it was the enemy came to kill, to unalive, and destroy. Satan, you have no power here.
Right, not here.
Crying.
Man, I got put back on that song again when it ended. I have one daughter. I sent it to your inbox too when I went.
Yeah.
Crying.
Okay, that must have been it because I saw you sent me something. I was like, he probably
Mm-hmm.
over there
It
just.
wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me request. I had to wait for an invite. My request wasn't popping up.
Mm-hmm.
And, and
The app being bogus
Chrissy was
thing again.
just getting to it too. I'm telling you, that was the enemy.
Man, I thought they usually let me swipe out and come back without dropping everybody, but somehow, yeah. He said I'm listening in the bleachers. No, bring yourself up in here.
Where
Oh,
Chrissy at?
oh, Gap looking so. I'm looking
Gap.
for the Gap. Looking at.
Damn it! I was trying to,
I'm glad
I
I
was trying to
followed
be
because I
nosy
probably
from
would
the
have lost track.
bleachers.
You just followed Kev?
No, no, I'm saying I'm glad I've been following because I didn't know if
Oh,
I
right,
wouldn't
right.
been able to find them again. I followed them from when I had came on your
Amen.
channel that one
From the
time.
last time, that's right. Me and my baby.
Oh shoot! Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. Y'all can run it.
Welcome back, Chrissy. You was just cooking and everything. Cooking with Chrissy.
Yeah, it kept repeating, and then
Them,
I
them, them
noticed
grits
it
is
said
overcooked
loading.
though. You know what I'm saying? Start over. Boil some new water, Chrissy. Come on.
Now my connection want to act ghetto. I got all
Hey,
my
I
bars.
see one bar.
On TikTok, it's saying I got one bar, but at home I got all my bars.
It's showing. Oh wait, it's showing. It was showing 3 just a few seconds ago. Now it's
But
just
y'all can
one.
hear me though, right? I'm not
Yeah.
disconnected.
No, I
Let
hear
let
you.
let Mr. F your feelings come up. He ain't
I'm
got to
telling
say
you,
nothing.
Chrissy is the enemy causing confusion.
No, I'm not.
No, not you. I'm telling you,
I was like, what?
when two or more are in agreement, you know what I'm saying? That's when he's
Oh,
trying. He don't want us
it's
to get
just
together and have this
you.
Yeah, because I'm not in
Yeah.
disagreement with her at all. Like I understand everything that she's
No,
saying.
not you, girl.
No. Yeah. Not you. See. You know what?
Church talk. See, that's church talk. Hello. I
I
have
want.
one daughter.
See, it picks and choose. That's the devil. I'm just playing. No, but I do appreciate T for like receive. I'm not just talking about her. It's like I don't really talk about religion because people do typically trigger me when it comes to that. But I've done a lot better. But T, she's really, open and receiving of what's being said. And all I'm talking about is the subconscious behavior. And if you ever look it up, T, you Google it and you learn about it, you will then know like consciously, I'll go eat a burrito, right? But subconsciously, um, no, subconsciously you will eat a burrito, but consciously you know you're not supposed to. But your behavior patterns, your habits, your routines, you're gonna do what you naturally do. That's why I don't play with jokes. When people are like, oh my God, Chrissy, you so ugly. I'm just kidding. I will tell you flat out, and you can take it how you want. Don't say anything that's not positive to me unless you're trying to correct my behavior because my subconscious mind do not understand the difference between the lie and the truth. So I don't play certain games when it comes to words. So that's why I don't do that because your subconscious mind control your behavior patterns and your belief system, whether we know it or not. That's why you naturally will get up and do the same thing every day. And you like, damn, why I keep drinking knowing I don't want to drink? It's a habit, baby. You got to consciously discipline yourself intentionally in order for your subconscious mind to catch up with consciously what you want to do.
No, I definitely agree.
Hey, look, I'll
Oh, my
recommend
bad.
this book though, cause I learned all that stuff in this
Amen.
book called Atomic Habits. So I would
Ooh,
say y'all
That's a
look
good
into
one. That's
that
a
that's
book.
good
my
one. That's a
book.
good
That
one.
that's the book that changed my life though.
That's
And
a good one
what
though.
you speaking on about the subconscious, that was all in that same book. It's like a 5 hour. If y'all want to listen to the audio, you can listen to it on SoundCloud or something like that. That's what I was just
Those
listening
are
to.
the top five books I recommend: Atomic Habits, Pocket Therapist. If you do not know how to find a therapist and you feel like therapy don't work, get that book.
Hmm.
Set Boundaries, Find Peace, which is by Nija Twa. She's a black owned Triggers and Never Split the Difference. Those top five books, Never Split the Difference teaches you how to negotiate when you're in a relationship or when you're dealing with conflict with people.
Hmm.
Pocket Therapist is your therapist. Set Boundaries, Find Peace teaches you in the black community. So I know this is our topic, but she's a black artist, a black writer, but she teaches you in our community how we think that, girl, when you gonna have a baby? We think that's them caring. That's intrusive and it's
Hmm.
crossing boundaries. There's nothing healthy about that question. In Atomic Habits, of course, it teaches you how to habit stack so that you don't overthink and you don't feel like creating new habits is overwhelming. You start very small and replace bad habits with good habits. So those are the top five I request.
Can you
Mm-hmm.
do you mind typing them in the comments? I got Atomic
Oh,
Habits, Pocket Therapist. Well, what was
Atomic.
it? Atomic.
Yep. And what I love about Atomic Habit also is that it's like it's big. It basically that's what gave me that no excuse type mentality, right? Because what I learned is, and I tend to stay away from labels. That's what I be trying to, you know, tell people. My baby hear that out my mouth all the time when I be saying I'm trying to stay away from labels. Like if we call ourselves, uh, I'm a gamer or uh, I'm a
I'm a gym
motivational
junkie.
speaker or
Mhm.
or the famous one, empath. I done heard that one. All that. I tend to try to stay away from that because I realize even black, right? We're talking about this topic. I'm not. It's not even just that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's limiting, right? So it's like you're more than just that. And then also what I learned with that Atomic Habit is that we can build a habit out of whatever we want to be. Like we can really change our identity, not the new 2025 identity. I ain't talking about that, right? I'm talking about as in like the lifestyle that we say. We're not just stuck to the lifestyle we was brought up. You build a new habit of whatever lifestyle that you want to be. That's why when I found that out and the way he broke it down, I was like, shoot, I want to be a positive person, even though that's a label at that time. But I started trying to do positive people things, right? And then I realized accountability was part of it, all that stuff or whatever. But I wanted to imitate all those. That's why I say I realized that we made jokes about hippies and all that stuff. I was like, man, they was on to something.
I ain't
They
making
don't
jokes about hippies. I
peace,
love
love.
hippies.
You're right. Yeah, they about peace, love, and happy. That's what everybody dang near unalive for this day. But they don't want to sacrifice. They feel like they're stuck with whatever they was or whatever habit they built of. That's why. That's what that workout. I mean, that's what like working out. That's like with everything. Like whatever you build a habit out, or you start creating a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I love that book so much. That's one of my main ones. But I do want to I want to see that other book she was talking about. I think she said it was about relationships and all that stuff. I wouldn't mind like reading that one though, or how to communicate with
Like
people.
I put all
boundaries
the
and
books in the
find peace.
comments. So never
Oh,
split the difference is
you
really
read that back?
about never split the difference. It helps you with like you don't ever want
Great book.
like
That's a great book.
Negotiate.
negotiating. Yeah, it teaches you how to negotiate in a way where you're not manipulating and you're not allowing someone to manipulate you. So, for example, have y'all ever had an argument with somebody and you're telling? I'm gonna use Rachel for an example. Me and Rachel, we dating or whatever, and I say to her, "Well, when I asked you to wash the dishes, it's like you had an attitude."
Okay.
She will say, "So what you trying to say? Every time I come in here, I'm mad." That's not what I said. In that book, it teaches you that people that do that, they already have a narrative in their mind about your behavior. So when you're talking to them, they're making up stories in their mind. So they teach you how to actually de-escalate the situation when you're dealing with people like that. Because y'all know
Hey,
we deal with people on the panel all the time. Like that is not what I said.
right.
Oh,
Hey, real
you
quick,
mean like yesterday? Yeah.
man, we've been dealing with that all. It's always like this on this app, especially. So, real quick, y'all. Since it already looked like the room has died down, I'm gonna do a refresh. I'm gonna do the real refresh. The other one wasn't a refresh. That was just an accident I did. It made everybody drop.
Are
But
you
I'm gonna
changing
refresh
the
though, cause
topic?
y'all
Right.
I got a few more hours with y'all. Cause I'm getting off at 8 o'clock today. So y'all remember that. Y'all can't be like, hey, no, you didn't. Kid, why you being like that? No, I'm be trying to get my wrist now, cause I'm working so many hours now. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna refresh.
Oh,
So we be back,
I
y'all.
was
Let's just
saying, I
what
was
you say, baby?
saying, I was. Oh, I love when you say that. Sorry. Are you changing the topic?
Should we?
Oh, yeah, oh.
Well, I was gonna
Can the
go into
topic
like
be?
Cain is
Can the
is
topic? Can the topic be? Should a wife have to? Is a wife wrong for not allowing her husband to accept his side baby?
Oh,
What the?
wait.
Oh
Not
Lord.
on this good
Man, nah.
Sunday.
Let me.
That'll do it.
Actually, y'all rock it
That'll
out. I'm
do it.
gonna think of a topic, man. Y'all rock it out for a minute. I'm about to do a
No.
topic real quick.
That's a good
But hey, hold
question.
Right.
on,
Let's
real
go
before you
into
go.
That's
the
I
a
was
good
gonna
question to
poll.
before you go.
ask
I was
though.
gonna ask. So because that's what I was gonna ask. Like when you say race issues, what comes to mind, and why are you proud to be black? Be okay today. I was referencing the Bible. Is because you don't believe. I thought do you believe that we came from God's seed and that Cain came from maybe say the serpent seed, and that's why we should be more proud today, and that's why God was always adamant about lineage and protecting lineage, and that's why they went through Seth's lineage instead of Cain's lineage, and that's why you proud to be black today because that leaves you as a male, especially a direct descendant from God because women are the two X chromosomes and the men are the Y and the X chromosome. And you always get your Y chromosome from your father. So going all the way back, just like the X chromosome can be traced all the way back to one woman, not all Y chromosomes can be traced back to the same man because we as men don't all have the same creator. And if you understood the Bible and understood that, then you would be more proud to be
That
black,
makes
and you
sense.
would see the world differently. And then you would see why other groups of men act the way they do. Y'all don't have the same father.
Yeah, I don't think black got to do with your spirit. I mean, I get the Bible itself even clearly
No,
made it
yeah,
that our
so
a war is a spiritual
I'm
war. That
not black,
it's
Kev.
not
that's
it's
I
not
am
flesh
I'm
and
not
brown.
bone.
saying I'm
But
not I'm not saying
I
that's
do want to say this
excluding
though.
that though.
I
And
get
I
you
was
though,
just
but
asking if that was the question, because
yeah,
I
but
ain't
I
just
would say that I don't believe none of us is God's seed except Jesus, because he actually we are creations from God, but not his seed.
We are
Only
right, but
seedlings.
so that goes
so
into
one.
that. So
Seedlings.
if you look at the Y chromosome, that's why they go through Jesus's lineage. He goes all the way up through David, through Noah, who was saved because his bloodline was pure, and he was not a Nephilim and did it, mix in with those group and those people in that time, going all the way back
Well, nobody
to
pure though.
Abel.
Nobody's
No, but
good or pure but God.
but that Y chromosome came from that Y.
Hold
Is that
on
what I'm
now.
saying?
I may not be pure, but I am good.
No, it's
I'm
Yeah.
no.
just,
I
I'm
mean,
just. It was just a
in
theory I'm
reality,
posing.
no.
That's
If
why
we
I was
talk about,
asking, because I'm
well,
reading
I
your
already had this
question.
discussion though. Like literally, no, real talk.
Yeah.
I get you. We're trying. I think good. When we say good today, we mean in trying. But it's no such thing as like humans are not good. Like really,
Nah,
the
I was
fact
just
that we
messing,
got.
Kev. You know, I was just
Yeah,
messing.
I know. I just want to specify though. Like I guess you got any funny though. But
Right,
I was
but
about to
so,
say,
but
but I'm just saying like overall, yeah. The reason why I tend to stay away from that term because like God Himself even let it be known that no man is good. Everybody's gonna fall. Everybody feels short. Because like this, we're all wavered off what God think of us. It's not about whatever lineage you are and all the other stuff. God already told us that everybody feels short. So I don't know where this thing come from. Like, oh, this is a good side, this is a bad side. It's just
right.
a
Well,
spiritual
I
thing.
never
Hmm?
use. I don't think I used the words good or bad side.
Yeah, I got
It's
you
just
though.
more so
You were saying
directly
like
to
of the devil
describe
and
that.
of God.
But
Like,
the Bible does speak to it. It points out the first, first books, the first two. Genesis 1 and 2. It speaks on the behavior and lineage. Is why I'm speaking on this. So, and
mhm.
again, it's going back to your topic. But so it was Cain who killed Abel, who showed
Unalive. You gotta say unalive.
unalived Abel, who showed the disposition for that type of behavior. And then it was 1,500 years, I think, had passed since before the other angels come down and create the Nephilim. So initially it was just Cain. He committed those murders, and then those unalivings, and then it goes to his son Lamech, and he mentions how he can do so many murders, or so many unalivings. This is crazy. So many unalivings. So it just shows to their disposition and the difference. And then it goes, they populate the earth, but it's not too big of a deal, because they're still closely aligned, and everybody still, the presence of God was more on earth. And then as time passed and those other angels came down, diluted the creation that God had made even more, to the point where God needed to restore it through the flood, and he protected it through his lineage of the from Noah on through. So that, why, if we look science wise, that's the Y chromosome. It's how I'm looking at it, and I'm just postulating this and speaking on your channel. Just I'm trying to grow my theory, but it's the Y chromosome. So because we know the women are XX and the men are YX, and you always get your Y from your father. So he wanted to pass that same Y chromosome down. And so if we understood the identity of those men and the families that they produced, we would then understand where we came from, why the world is the way it is, who our enemies are, how to protect ourselves, why God was so strict on lineage and sexual orientation. Then if you really understood those things, it would make more sense, and you would be more likely to adhere to it, as opposed to if you didn't understand the first part and you thought it was crazy. So then why would you strictly adhere to the last 1/3 that you can clearly understand? You know what I'm saying? Like if I thought the first 2/3 of it was myth, why I'm gonna do the hard part that's restricting my life? I might as well, it's cool, it's all myth, whatever. But if I really understood what was going on a science level, on a biblical level, if I really understood, then I say, oh, okay, it's not God being mean or nothing. Okay, I really understand what's going on. This is why I'm going to change my behavior to truly align with with my God, the one true God, because I don't want to align with what I see now as the practices of these other gods that are going to lead to my demise. I don't know. Can I even be heard? Am I just talking to myself?
No, I heard.
My bad.
We heard you. But I think I ain't gonna lie, I was still stuck on what Christy's question was.
Y'all hear me? Oh,
My bad.
Christy,
I don't even know how long I was rambling, man. That's crazy. I
no,
ain't.
no, you was good.
I was trying to see if y'all could hear me while I'm looking at the screen.
No, couldn't hear you. But I was asking Christy, what was that question you asked about the what do you say? Would a woman be okay with their man having a baby or something like that? What was the
Oh,
question?
Except
I
in the
said,
outside, baby.
will is it? Do you think it's okay that the wife of she's married, her husband has a baby outside of their marriage. Her
Mm-hmm.
belief is that baby's going to be fatherless. You better not send that woman money. You better not take care of that child. She knew you was married. Those are her consequences.
Mm-hmm. So what's the question?
That's the wife belief. Do you think that's
That belief system is
what's
okay?
your yes?
Oh, yeah, no, I think that's disgusting.
So I got a few. I'm gonna do a rerun though. So what about? I got a topic that says I got about communication. I got one about like the pay gap. If you want to do that one. And if we are privileged, I had a man. I try to see because man, I wish y'all could hear me while I'm looking at it. That's why I thought y'all can hear me. Let me see. Uh, we can talk about Kevin Samuels. So,
Hey man,
uh,
hold on, hold up. First off,
Ooh.
rest in peace to the Godfather, the real MVP that was on men's ass way before everybody started to fucking question it. He was getting on our necks before he got on the ones of
On
them
women,
chicks.
I
Don't worry
agree. He
about it.
sure was.
And
He sure
bingo,
was.
and
so,
Hey,
he
so
He
real with
why
it
it
sure
sound
too.
like
He
we
was the
was.
talk?
reason I changed how I am today. Not gonna hold you.
Listen,
So it
Kevin
sounds
said,
like we talking Kevin Samuels then.
sounds
That's what it
like
sounds
I
it.
like.
agree. I think we should, because me personally, as a divorced mom with 3 children from my ex husband, 10 years, he like go get your husband back.
All
I'm
right,
like,
so let's get a
damn.
show of hands. Kevin Samuels versus or communication. We can talk about communication
Well,
issues too.
Kevin Samuels was big on communication, so that kind of goes hand in hand if you think about it.
Wait, was he big on communication?
Yes, yes, he was. If you think
Absolutely,
about it,
yes,
he
yes.
literally
No, I'm
had a
saying was
whole. Oh,
okay. Go
what's up,
ahead.
Rachel? No, no, go ahead, Rachel. Go ahead.
No, 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 no. I was just wondering. Like, I don't remember him speaking on that. Like, on communicating better.
When you look at his video, if you want to know the communication part, it started first with men. When he first started with the men, he was telling them, he was like, the way he basically, when I say communication, it's not just the communication that you have between you and your partner, but just
Hmm.
communication in general as a whole with folks. Like the way he came off to some folks, people grasp that, they conceptualize it, you feel me, and make their own ideology from what he was saying. And literally looking at a lot of the people that he used to talk to, over 75 to 82% of the people that was on his show that went in there with pure intentions, but they're living happy ass lives to this day. While everybody else
But
still out here miserable, still going to Kendra G and the rest of them, and still
I
can't
mean,
find shit.
yeah, but I'm saying I wouldn't say that he was like big on communication. It was
Nah,
just
yeah, it
like,
wasn't. He wasn't big on it
yeah,
though.
he was just like
I get.
existing, and then we all saw the examples of when men and women communicate, how well that can end up, and then the difference
It
when
was
they
about
don't.
basically like man bettering themselves. That was what he started off with, trying to get man to better themselves, and then eventually we know that like the core of it was accountability. So when women started getting on there, it was about accountability and families. I'm trying to build families. What's up, Silk? I see you down there. I guess it is.
Had it,
It's Kevin.
had
It's
it.
Kevin Samuels.
It's
It is.
Kevin
So it's
Sunday.
Kevin Sam. Right. All right. Y'all be ready because y'all already know, and I hope y'all on my mind. Y'all
Boy,
in
these
here.
people
So
about to be having their panties in the bunch, child.
there's gonna be a couple of them. It always be
This is
like that. That's
gonna
what
be a
I used to
great
talk about Kevin
topic. I
Samuels
can't
every
wait.
other like a month or something like that. I do that just
That's a
because
fact. I wonder why
because
you stopped.
I love the people that get them though. Man, they so easy to talk to. I ain't gonna lie. And the ones that's
Mm.
mad though, they actually like we can separate. I noticed that it's a separation with it though, based off
Yes.
how people view them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say I have always issues with people that don't mess with them though, because they got their reason. But majority of the time, the people that understand them, that show me that they can know how to listen without their feelings. They know how to, we can say communicate. Go back to the communicate thing though, because like it's communication do take a lot of like understanding and go look up. Yeah, it's a different thing, whatever. But let's get it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. We be right back, and then what's up, babe? You said
No, I was just saying, make sure you guys come back, and when you come back hitting and tapping the live, please. Tap, 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 and share.
that's my baby. Okay, let's get it.